What's up? All right, I see everybody's coming. Sandra, we got Joe. What's up, Sandra? We got Cammy, John Pastorizo. What's up, buddy? Over there in LA, rocking it out with Slingly Masterminds, doing some good stuff. I'm loving all this stuff that's coming out of this. I really do love it. John said you had to hurry home from the day job. Well, listen, we got to get you out of the day job. Okay? Come on, get you out of the day job. All right. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just explore tonight. We're going to show you stuff. We're also gonna explore each other's success and struggles. We've talked to some of our top people. They're gonna get on, start to, talk about certain things and different things that held them back. And look, the biggest thing when it comes to really taking an investment seriously is putting your all into it, 100% into it. I know we get distracted and stuff like that. And even if you made previous purchases, like say you bought ESA, or say you bought Market Hero, or you got a closet full of software that you haven't even used that yet, look, it's all good. Doesn't mean that you're not going to not get there and be able to use that stuff, okay? There's just certain amount of timing. There's this timing where it's going to be, all right, well, I mean, Patrick said that's me. I mean, yeah, that's me too. Don't get me wrong. I got a hard drive full of software that does amazing different things, from basically doing email marketing or doing affiliate marketing or learning Google AdWord networks. You know what I'm saying? Or learning different type of traffic and mobile networks and stuff that I haven't even got into yet. But I can't be like, all right, well, since I bought it, I need to do it right this moment. Okay, like it just when the time comes, I have what I need to do to really put horse blinding on and get that done. John, is you? I got John on the line too, and I think he just opened up Skype. It sounded like a couple of bubbles went on.
Yeah, sorry about that. I hit the wrong button, Ricky.
Hey, Nancy's on. All right, what's up, Nancy? Cool. I've been talking to Mike, bro. Bro, I mean, I'm so used to calling John bro.
What's up, Nancy, bro?
Yeah, Ashley's one of our older employees. He's not with us anymore, but he used to go, "Yo, bro, what's up, bro?" Everything out of his mouth was "bro." I guess it just rubbed up on me. Okay, we got Charles in the house. Okay, Patrick. Cool, guys. All right, so look, we're gonna get started. Just want to say hi to everybody. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. That you trusted us and invested into us. And we're doing everything that we can possibly do to make it even better for everybody. So that's not only doing the live trainings, we got designs being done right now. Okay, as John, he's been working on them with even Crystal, my wife. She's been putting in all research. Like literally, guys, we're doing research for you, so that you don't have to do research. Put it that way. So everything we're adding to Slingly will be full product lines. I'm working with the developers every single day. I mean, you think that it stops because of a product release? Not at all. I'm working with them every single day. Any bugs that are coming up or on top of, we're figuring out new ways to make the system faster. All right, and we're trying our best to satisfy everybody. Even though I know we can't please everybody, we're trying our best to anyway. And I see it in the group. I see everybody's active in the group, and we're doing our best to stay on top of that as well. Now, word on the emails that come out of the support desk, they may go to spam, give or take. We've had that issue before with our help desk, so that could happen, but I'll have to check into it. So if you send something to support, I mean, we got a full team that is answering support literally all day. So if you don't get something immediately back or whatever, check your spam. Check whatever. I mean, there's been times where I didn't even get the email at all. Like, literally, just not at all. And that's not from just my support desk. That's from just every other thing. All right, so I'll address questions like that, James, later. Okay, it's not the time right now, but everything we do in taking credit card transactions is secure, okay? Actually, you know what, James? I'm going to address this right now because why not? All right. The pop-up box in Slingly, when you click on the pop-up box to add your credit card, that's done through Stripe. That pop-up window, and it opens up a frame that we don't control that's HTTPS. So when you put your card in there, none of the stuff is sent to our database servers at all. Everything is sent in Stripe. The only thing that we keep back is what Stripe gives us back, which is the last 4 digits of the credit card. So we can't even access any of the credit cards, even if we wanted to. It's all through Stripe, and that's really about it. And that's the reason I went through that, because you know what? I didn't want to deal with PCI compliance and hacking scripts to be SSH, SSL, and all the other crap. So that's what it is. Anyway, just want to knock that out right now so everybody understands. All right, cool. Benjamin says the same that Shopify works. Yeah, it's true. It is the same. You add your credit card right through there. I mean, you know, and you add your card right through Stripe. And see, that's why Stripe is the bomb, because they dominated that market. They figured there's going to be so many people that need to take payments online, and they're not going to be SSL compliant. So we're going to make it easy for them. Put one line of code on your website. We're going to take care of all the security, and we're going to store the credit cards. We're going to be PCI compliant, and we're not going to even let them access the data. The only data that we have is the last 4 digits, so that we can query the data if needed. But that still doesn't reveal your card anyway. So that's how it happens. All right, so we'll go into Q&A. We're going to do Q&A and all that stuff. Just I know everybody's so eager and has a lot of stuff. All right, so this is the way we're going to roll. Ross is actually he has his daughter's events right now. He's at a rehearsal or something. He's going to be probably on about 45 minutes from now, so he'll come on. I'm just keeping in touch. Me and John are on right now. We got Ashley. Ashley can come on too. Ashley Youngblood. She's part of the team. She's been with us now for over a year, coming up to a year. John's been with me for about 2 years. Patrick Bernard just got on. What's up, Patrick? Cool. Glad to have you, buddy. Me and Patrick talked on the phone the other day, and it was cool. Me and John Pastoriza were texting, all this stuff. He literally was just in Vegas getting me all jealous at the Mandalay, swimming in a pool. While I'm over here slaving away, he's in a pool, like, you know, hanging out. No, I'm messing with you, John. I'm completely messing. And he just laughed. So look, we're gonna do whatever we need to do to make you guys money. But I want, like, just like I said on the trainings, just like I said on the webinar itself. Look, Slingly is a tool. It's not a silver bullet. Okay, we're gonna teach you the strategies. We're going to give you the products. We're going to give you the research on the plate. We're going to give you our niches. We're going to give you, the targeting. We're going to give you our help. We're going to give you new things that come along, like everything. It's up to you to actually make that actually happen, though. I mean, we even went to the point of building people's sites while paying out of pocket. And I hate to say this, some people abuse that too. I'm not saying there's anybody that's on this training today, but there's people that abuse that too, where they waited for us to build their site and then refunded the night after, because they just wanted something for free. So we've dealt with this stuff and we know what's going on, and I get that. Okay, that's what happens. This is the industry, and I'm just glad that there's a bunch of great people in it that understand what an investment means. Because I lost my investments many times due to shitty deals, and I've even said that. And I put my face out there, I put my story out there, and everything. And the people are saying it's rotten to do that, dirty, it sucks. But hey, this is the world we live in, and there's other worse things out than that.
We've all had our fair shares of it, Ricky. Our failures, people trying to take what we have, things like that. I mean, I've gone through my struggles and things like that too before I came to work for Ricky. And this is one of the best I'm going to say risks I've ever taken, because I did take a risk. I did have a full-time job that I worked every day, like some of you guys do. And I said, you know what? I said, this is a way better opportunity than I have. Yeah, it's a risk, but I'm going to jump on it. And I'm glad that I jumped on it and I didn't look back so far.
Well, let me ask you, John, 2 years ago, when I said join the company, okay, what did you feel? What kind of resistance did you have? What kind of thoughts were going
when I first joined the company? I was used to getting up and going to work every day, and I would put in 12-hour days on an ambulance or at a nursing facility, which was not easy work. But that whole concept of getting up and going to work and things like that, it kind of made me nervous not to do that. At first, it was kind of like a really, really weird change to be able to work from home or to work from wherever I wanted. I kind of felt like this is kind of weird.
Well, I mean, look, John, I know John for a long time. I know him since third grade. Like that's how long I know him. And he was an EMT for what, 12 years, dude? Doing
Like
EMT.
18, this will be my 18th year as a certified EMT. So
That's crazy because it's like I went 18 years in development and he went 18 years into being an EMT. And he beat up himself pretty damn hard. So when I told John that, listen, we have the opportunity to do e-commerce, we have opportunity to build software, he was very, skeptical like anybody. Get used to everyday job, used to knowing where the check is going to come from. And you know what? I broke out of that mentality in 2011. Okay, that's when I broke out of the mentality. Let me shut off my Skype so it's not bothering me.
and, and
And like
I'm
it was
sorry. Go
nervous.
ahead. I
I
was
was
going to say something real quick. It wasn't only that. It was that I had put so much time into my education and stuff like that, like to take a completely new direction after all the time and money I put into educating myself as well.
But you know what? That education, I hate to say it, was not making you money. Okay, you would bust your ass. And here, tell them what just happened to that company you were with. Tell them what happened.
The company I had been with for like 12 years before I started working with Ricky actually went out of business not even 2 weeks ago. And thankfully, like everybody was able to scramble and find other work. But like they had like more than like a minute's notice, really. Like they just got called into the office on the last day and were told that they no longer had a job.
I mean, like like you're only gonna get out what you put in, and I put in a lot for years and got nothing out of it, other than education. I've got education, of course, but that still wasn't paying the damn bills. In 2011, I took a risk, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna work for anybody else. I felt that I had a right amount of hustle in me and education at the point to make a calculated decision that I would get out into the industry and start making big money. And to be honest with you, 2011, I came out. We did $600,000 that same year. Do you know that I got screwed by the partner? Okay, they took half of that and another cut on top of it, and this was offshore. And I literally had like almost no money to my name at that end of the year, 2011. But I told myself that I'm not going to fail, and I'm going to just fucking keep doing it. Excuse my language. I'm just going to keep doing it. And as Christopher said, never give up. And that's why I never give up. And that's why I'm able to get good guys like John on my team and to be able to have like a good opportunity for everybody who really, really wants it.
I stepped into this role with management experience, but not a whole lot of technical experience and like all this like stuff on the computer and stuff like that was new to me because it's not something I had done. Like I would enter on a touchscreen computer that I gave out medications when I was at the nursing home, and that's about it. So like I had to learn a lot of this in the past 2 years, and
Well, tell them about the experience. Listen, I'm using John as a case study for you right now because John came on, no technical experience. Like you just said, managerial experience. I needed a manager to help the business. At the time, okay, we were literally had what, 30 employees for
we
us
had
that were
like a
working
team
on
of
the
a team
site.
of like 30 remote employees, and then like 5 or 6 people here in the states.
It was talk about stress beyond stress. We were building people's sites who wanted to do Shopify. I was working with a rather immature partner at the time that basically just thought that money grew on trees. I was footing the bill to sometimes $50,000 a month on my overhead, and I was literally like swimming. And John came in and he cleaned up a lot of that, and we slimmed down and were able to make it through something that almost really led us to being broke. And John was with me during that time when I told him just a year before that, come on board, we're doing great. And then within 1 year, I almost failed completely, like literally almost no money in the bank. So
Not
like,
only that, but a lot of the sites and stuff like that. I had to learn how to build a Shopify site before I could teach this team of 30 people how to build it. So a lot of what they know came from what I had to figure out. And it wasn't easy at first. I would put products on the site, and then I would have to edit everything manually. Then a customer would complain, "Oh, well, I don't like this product." So guess what? I had to go and I had to do it manually all over again and put on a different product or a better product, and it really, really sucked.
Well, you know what? I put John through the trenches, just like I'm going to put you guys. For everybody that really wants it, I'll put you in John's shoes. Okay? Because when John came on, he had no damn experience. I was the internet marketer. I was the one with the e-com experience. I was the one with the ads experience. I'm the one who has been on in this industry since 2003. Okay, basically. So, like, whoever really, really wants it needs to be in the trenches. It needs to understand the struggle and understand what what it really freaking takes to make it in this business. So what I did, okay, and even John thought it was crazy, but I told him no.
I was like,
what
what? You stupid.
I was like, dude, we're shutting off all our ads. He's like, what do you mean we're shutting off all the ads? I'm like, we're shutting off all our ads. He's like, but we have, 300, 400% ROIs on our ads.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? John thought I was crazy. Okay, but you know what? I don't care. I am crazy. So the bottom line is I shut off all our ads. And I said, I'm going to put myself in the same situation that everybody is right now, starting with a brand new account. Okay, no pixel datas, no freaking nothing. Just do it. Okay, and we're going to make money. And I'm going to bring people through that with a documentation, trainings, and all that shit. Because why not? So that's what we did. And I'll show you what I shut off. I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. I shut off like money, but that's okay. I don't care. Because you know what? If I can help you guys make money, well, in the end of the day, we're all going to make each other more money, right? So look, everybody in this crowd has their own sort of struggles that they've been through. I'm sure each one of you have a story that you can tell, that we can get you on, and then you can tell us your story of what kind of crap you had to go through and stuff like that, right? And I get it. We're no different. We started from friggin' bottom, okay? Like if you're an entrepreneur and you run your own business and you haven't experienced going broke at least 3 to 4 times, you're a rookie. You're literally just a rookie. And
I can tell you guys, because I've been here for like the past 2 years, and Ricky and I, like, we do the books and we do the numbers together, and sometimes that's it gets rough, but we make it.
You know what? It comes to the fact where, all right, do I take a salary or do I fucking reinvest into the business and make more money? And my choice is reinvest into the business and make more money, okay? And that's why I'm still here after so many years. And Valerie says, rookie. All right, so let's start getting on. It's about 8-something. Let's bring you through stuff. So, look, I just wanted to get you a little background about John and why, I'm so blessed to have him on my team.
Why you should listen to John. This is why you should listen to John.
And you know what? I've seen him struggle in this. And I wasn't new. I wasn't easy on John. I mean, John could tell you. Was I easy on you, bro?
No, I wanted to kill you most of the time.
You wanted to punch me in the mouth most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like what do you call it? Like a drill sergeant on his ass. I would say stuff that would piss him off just because I didn't really care. Just do it this way.
I would call him Fidel behind his back, like Fidel Castro.
Yeah, as he's sticking the middle finger up. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I just wanted to get you. Christopher says, John, you're awesome. No doubt. And Gabrielle's laughing, no doubt. Well, if we can have fun and laugh and abuse each other, there's no business here, like a soup sandwich. All right. So this is the coordination tonight. Now, we took some of our top guys, okay, that's been with us for a while, and we asked them a subset of questions, okay? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring them on live, and they got headphones, hopefully, and they can speak about kind of like what I just had with John. What is different about this time around? What is making you more energized? What is the most important part of your progress? Can you share any tips that you learn along the way? Stuff that can really, truly inspire people to take action, because it's great when I can show you a big ads account. I can show you money. I can show you whatever, okay? But that doesn't mean shit. I'm putting myself in the boat as if you guys that are starting as newbies. Now, of course, I can't take away my knowledge. I mean, I would be lying to you. But I'm putting myself in the position as if Facebook just screwed me. I had all my ads shut off, and now I don't know what to do but spark up a new ads account and what do I do from this point on to make money? Now, since we all have the tool Slingly, we wouldn't be as stressed because we have something that can get a store up really fast. We have something that is truly valuable. We have people making money, okay, their first day of using this software. I mean, I just had a comment in the chat box. It says, this program rocks. I made my first sale within 6 hours of putting on my first ads on Facebook. And that was Susan. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that's the seed. One of my older partners, and I'm still really good friends with him. We just didn't work out in business for a long time, but he was a blessing at the time. And what he said, and what he said was like he basically like looked at me, and I just got sidetracked. I love when I do that stuff. I'm thinking, and Brandon just. I love what you're doing here. I totally got sidetracked. Ever feel like that? Like you're about to say something really good and then you look at something else and it totally just like sidetracked you. Like, what the hell was I just talking about?
Yeah, you do that all the time.
I do it all the time. Like I'm an idiot. Well, my bad, guys. I was about to say something really inspirational and I just got sidetracked. All right. Okay. Well, I'll probably come back to it. So my bad if I just ruined that that inspirational moment right there. All right. Now, Benjamin says the ex-partner. But basically, all I'm saying is that you put in what you when you're ready to put in what you're willing to work, good things happen. Okay, look. I gotta be honest with you. Over the past 3 weeks, I've had Murphy's Law try to kill me. I mean, everything that could probably have went wrong went wrong. I'm not even joking you that. Like to the point where sleep wasn't even an option. But on top of that, like I couldn't even foresee some of this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even foresee it. Like it's the type of shit that you just can't even freaking plan for. Like even if you tried to plan for it. So all I'm saying is that to be entrepreneurs like us, and like you want to be, and entrepreneurs like you are already, you just need to keep focused and keep pressing on no matter what happens. So put a 5 in the chat box right now if you guys agree and promise that no matter what happens and all the stuff that you can't foresee, that you're going to freaking do it anyway. Okay? And you're going to get through it.
Yeah,
all right?
Looks like everybody's got a 5 in there tonight.
It's Tom, Lewis, Tim, Anthony, Cedric. Look, the best policy is honesty. 100%. Okay? And that's why Slingly got so big. Is because there's nothing fake about what we're doing. There's nothing unrealistic about what we're doing. I mean, for God's sakes, we have 2 warehouses in Tampa right now printing shirts. Okay, and even that almost went under twice during the past year and a half. So, like, we went out and we did what we had to do to figure it out. And that's why our experience allows us to come up with a great product that we're going to keep on doing. And everything like that. And who said honesty is the only policy? Valerie said honesty is the only policy. Of course, come on. How many other fly-by-night marketers have you met in this industry that literally sell you a product and you never hear from them ever? I mean, put a 1 in the chat box if that's you. I know that was me. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn my lights on. I mean, I had many people do that to me. I mean, way too much money. Nancy says way too much money, too many freaking times, too many, 1 times 100, plenty. Yes, me too. Some are still around. Yeah. Okay. Gary, we'll get into adding new ad accounts and stuff like that. Yeah. The guys that really do it are not afraid to get up and show you their ad accounts. They're not afraid to give you the newest working thing. They're just not afraid to do that type of stuff. All right? They're not afraid to just sell you and take away your money and be like, all right, well, I'm rich now, some bullshit. Because you know what? A lot of the money that I've made with Slingly, okay, in the past 10 days, you know where it's going? Tell them, John, where's that going?
It's going right back into Slingly to make it bigger and better for everybody.
Guys, I haven't even took a salary out of it. I'm saying at all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm so damn committed.
We're up all night thinking about what we want to do and taking suggestions and trying to see if we can fit those in, and getting designs taken care of and stuff like that just for you guys.
I mean, John, tell him about. Okay, I didn't want to say this here, but tell him about the surgery. What happened, bro?
Um,
During the launch, you want to talk about Murphy's Law? Check this shit out.
I found out that I have my spinal cord is being compressed in my cervical spine, which is in my neck, and they were going to take me into surgery last week during the launch, but once they did the CAT scan and stuff like that, they had figured out that I could actually like just have an appointment set up and go. But like I was stressed out between the launch and making sure everything worked perfectly, and thinking that that like the worst about my surgery and all that. But you know what, I was managed to pull it off. So
So you know what? I mean, like he had a lot of stress on top of him as well. You know what I'm saying? But still got up, supported everybody, and still made sure that we're all on the way to like achieve the success as long as we're ready to put in the work. All right. Well, that being said, let's start to move on. And you know what? Let's see if our first person wants to get on, and then we'll intermix it. So we'll do an interview, and then we'll do some training and some question and answers. Then we'll do another interview, and we'll roll like that. So I'm gonna call out whoever wants to get on first. Sandra or John Pastorizo. You guys want to get on? Let me know. Because Sandra says me. All right, Sandra came up first. So let's go find Sandra in the list. Now, Sandra, I'm gonna unmute you so that you should have microphone control. So just give me 1 second. Find you. All right, gotcha. All right, I'm unmuting Sandra.
Okay, it says I'm muted. Hi, Captain Fantastic.
What's up, Sandra? Nice to finally speak to you. And I'm glad that it was in front of everybody. To be honest with you.
Hi, is Ross there? Hi, Ross, the boss.
Ross is not on yet. He actually is at a rehearsal with his daughter. He thought that we were doing this at 2 for some reason. I said no, it's 8. So he's rushing his butt to be back. He should be on about 8:45.
But
John is my number one buddy.
How you doing, Sandra?
So go ahead. It's your show, my dear.
All right. I thought John was going to say something else. Usually John.
Well, I was going to play the musical introduction to the Ricky Show, but I can't find it.
I know. Usually John has a big mouth, so I kind of figured he was going to ramble for a little bit.
Introducing Mr. Richard Mateka.
Yep. Yes. That's actually my real name, Richard. Okay, but I got called Ricky because Mike Fulsane, the guy I used to work with, he had a Richard in the office, and I was Richard. So he says, "I'm going to call you Ricky." And then when I got more deep into the industry, everybody called me Ricky. So I was like, all right, I'm Ricky now. So that's how they call me.
You can't be a rabbi if your name is Richard.
I can't be a rabbi. I don't think I was trying to. All right, Sandra. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? They're not going to be hard, okay? They're not going to be easy.
Shoot.
I really want to hear what you think, okay, and what you feel. Don't be shy to say anything. Don't be.
Trust me, you don't know me. I am not shy.
Awesome. No sugarcoating anything. No sugarcoating at all. Tell it how it is, okay? Even if you don't like it, I love it. All right.
The down and dirty, yeah.
Down and dirty that makes you drive and your energy. And I know you've been through a lot from our conversations online. All right. So what is the difference about what we're doing compared to other things you've been ventured with?
Okay. So right now, I am a retired senior. I'm disabled. I'm getting ready for major spinal surgery myself. In fact, I'm only supposed to be out of bed 1 hour a day, but I cheat a lot because you can't work on a desktop when you're down. So I'm been looking around for something because you can't live on Social Security. It's poverty wages. And I've been around and I looked at this and that and been cheated a lot by a lot of people online. And I'm a very intelligent individual because I did have my own business for 12 years and I ran my husband's construction business before the economy destroyed that. So I finally, last year, I was listening. Luke McGuire is a good guy, and I was listening to Instagram. I never heard of Instagram before, and I'm still not into Instagram. And this guy by the name of Ricky Mateka came on. He was trying to sell people Shopify websites and help Luke launch Instagram. And I don't know what it was about you, but it just struck a chord, and I kept following you and following you and following you and following you. And I was on your list, and make a long story short, here we are today, and I think you're better than sliced bread.
Oh, thank you for that. I mean, I do appreciate that, but listen, look, like I said in a lot of my posts, I ain't no savior, but I'm a soldier, okay? And
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no. You've been through more things than I've ever heard, and to have the heart like you have, and two gorgeous children and a lovely wife,
you know.
God, it's amazing.
Well, I appreciate that, Sandra. I mean, I'm glad to have you as part of our group and our community. And I mean, I know you
You're
guys
my
are.
family, Ricky. You guys, you're like my family. I talk about you to my husband all the time, and he don't know who the hell I'm talking about. And I'm like, but you guys are my family now.
No doubt. I mean, 100%. Okay, and we'll be there, and we're gonna help. Okay, so look, what the goal of these sessions are, Sandra, and everybody that's listening, is to walk you through the processes and the mini steps you need to do. I really don't understand the strategy, because it's when you start to really understand the strategy is when you stop wasting the money. And
Hmm.
like Sandra, you have Market Hero, right? So that was a very good
That's
offer.
on hold. Yes, I did. That's on hold. Everything's on hold. Shopify is tunnel vision. And that's, if I can ever get through all these bulk edits of prices, I'll be ready to go.
Okay, is so now the bulk editing of prices. What is the time stop? What's happening there? I don't what happened.
I, it's just a matter of me being able to physically sit and do it. And I did it for about 3 hours today. I was up
So John,
from till 4:30 this morning doing stuff. So I'll get there.
all right, listen. You
I
talk
know
to
I'm
John.
making headway. I know what I'm doing.
I think I have a few apps that I can send you privately
So
that.
I have a bulk edit app.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I got it from Shopify, absolutely free.
All right, all right. Look, let's get into a PM about that. See how we can help you get past that point. I want you past that point. All right. So the next question. All right. What do you think is the most important part of the process that led you to where you are now? Like what was the process you had to go through? Like, what kind of struggle did you have to go through? I mean, to realize that maybe you were following the wrong people or you
No,
weren't doing
yes, with
it right.
me, it's trust. It comes down with gut, feeling, and trust. And like I said, I bought Adrian stuff, and I told you how I bought Adrian stuff and I went without groceries for 3 months. I told you that.
Yeah.
And, and Adrian's a different kind of guy. He just teaches stuff, and he says he cares, but he doesn't really get involved with people like you do. You're like, every time you turn around, we're training. Oh, yeah, what do you need? Oh, it's not the same. You know, you are the number one original care master. And if
Oh, God.
anybody out there doesn't understand that, and they want to keep yanking your chain out there, they're wrong, because this is a home if they want it.
No doubt. Well, look, Adrian is very knowledgeable on Shopify. Adrian, I can't say that like what he does because I don't follow everything he does. But I'll be honest with you, his ESA training is top notch. It's on point.
Oh, it is. It's wonderful.
It's
It's
not like
absolutely wonderful. But he's I don't even think he's 30. Is he 30 years old? He just doesn't have the hard knocks that you do and understand people.
well, you know
So,
what? That's because everybody comes up from their own stuff, and I've been through a lot of shit. So that's what gives me the hard shell that I have and the heart that I have. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all right. So, look, we're gonna fix all this because honestly, everybody in the industry wants to sell you stuff. Okay, it's not going to stop. Let's all come to an agreement about that. That we need to be focused buyers. Okay, we have to focus on what we buy. We can't just be hyped up about the new method. Okay, the new Instagram stuff or the new Pinterest stuff that'll come out or the new SEO way of doing things or whatever. Between the training that we provide, the software you have, okay, and let me tell you something just for you guys that may have Market Hero. That's not done. I've been working with Alex Becker behind the scenes. Many people don't know this. All right, we're building a Klaviyo inside of Market Hero with their app. So, like, literally in a couple of weeks, the app for Market Hero is going to blow away Klaviyo, okay, and be right into Market Hero. So, Sandra, I kind of believe that's great news for you because that's going to be the time when you're going to be using it real stinking heavy. Because we got to also understand that we're building customer lists with our Shopify store. It's not that we're only just bringing customers in the door and making money off the front end products. When we build a list, we need to be able to keep on emailing the list and letting them know that we exist and giving them discounts. And that's how you're going to put yourself in more money. So, Sandra, I want you to really look into that and say, okay, I'm not only going to run traffic, but I'm going to be email marketing too as well.
Yeah, that's free money.
It is free money, okay? Because when you can be in their face every single day, some people say, "Oh, should I mail one time a week? Should I mail, one time a month?" Are you Macy's? Are you Walmart? Like, they don't care. Right now, you have the opportunity to reach people through different channels, whether that be, say, Instagram, Facebook, email marketing, and you best believe everybody has so much noise. And like a long time ago, someone told me, he says, well, if you're not going to email them, the next man is anyway. So what is the point? So would you rather be the one that's doing that, or would you rather have would you rather wait for the next person to do it for you? That's my point.
Absolutely.
And there's other things that other people ain't exploring the e-commerce too as well. Just because you can't, say, make sales on the front end for some reason doesn't mean that you can't come together with lead magnets that get people interested in a particular topic, like, say, nurses, EMTs, or, say, gardening or swimming or whatever, and then email them about a shirt or email them about an offer. There's a whole nother route you can go as well to make Shopify and e-commerce work too. So my job is taking all my knowledge that I've had and all the testing that we've done and put it on a plate for you guys, not to overwhelm you, but to at least give you the different opportunities to take the action to make the money that you want to make. So, well, Sandra, I mean, I want to put you on the spot. Thank you for just coming on. I've been meaning to talk to you for a while. Now my time is starting to clear up a little bit. Okay, a little bit. I mean, John can tell you how busy. We've
been very, very busy. And actually, Sandra and I had a phone call about a week and a half ago. Sandra just to go over some things. So, Sandra will tell you if Ricky doesn't have the time and somebody needs help, I will get on the phone with them too. I have no problem with it. They just have to email me. My email workingwithjohng@gmail.com, and I have a little bit more time than Ricky does sometimes, so I will get on the phone or I will do some research, stuff like that for you.
Yeah, we have no problem. I mean, talking and getting on the phone. Now, since a lot of the craziness is done, I'm here for you guys, okay? This is what I do. This is what I do every single day. I literally am going to start from scratch, like I said, and build this up with you guys so that you can see that this is possible and it's not hard to do. You just use a little bit of marketing knowledge, some strategy, and then we're going to be able to make the money that you guys want to make. We've done it. We started from scratch. Okay, we got to the point where we can actually house 2 warehouses, and now we're at the point, okay, where we have a system that is so damn dialed in that it'd be a sin not to use our own system for our own profits. And that's how I want you guys to think too. Use the system, not because you just paid for it, but use the system because it's something that is going to make you profitable as long as you want to do it. So one more thing I want to ask you, Sandra. Okay, what would you have done differently or better if you had to start from scratch? say,
I don't know if I'd been able to start from scratch doing e-commerce because this is totally, I mean, I've got an MBA in business and accounting and real estate, and this is all like going back to school again. This is nuts. So, you know, I mean, I'm really technically put together. I mean, I know about computers. I can literally take a computer apart and put them together.
oh, cool.
But I don't know programming. I didn't know about websites. I mean, as far as websites, I'm still in the front page era. Okay, I don't know HTML. So I don't think I could have done this without a done few solution like you've come up with.
So Sandra, since we value you so much, like what do you want to learn out of this? What do you want to see come next? Like what is
I need I need basically Facebook ad knowledge, especially I lay sleep awake at night wondering, well, when I get my ads going, well, what do I do in the future? How do I keep them going? So I need to know about metrics, of
okay?
course, metrics, scaling and retargeting, that type of stuff. I mean, really down deep and dirty on how to how to produce using Facebook, paid advertising, and then if there's something else later, like do you use AdSense? Do you use solo ads? Do you drive traffic with free sources like Instagram, things like that, other traffic sources over and above Facebook that are available?
Okay, right now, I want you to understand, Sandra, that Instagram is for branding traffic. Okay, there's something called shout outs. So what happens is that you can actually pay for a shout out.
I
Like
know.
okay, you know that already. So then basically if you're doing
Yeah.
print on demand,
Influencer marketing, that whole stuff. I know. Okay.
yeah, exactly. That's like second step type of stuff. Okay. Solo ads have been only proven to be good for like a freebie offer. All right. I haven't seen anybody be successful in solo ads for e-commerce.
Because
Okay.
a lot of it's spam. Okay. Yeah.
The only reason you would use solo ads is if you had an opt-in page and you're looking for email addresses. And the best you're going to get is probably a 2 or 3% conversion rate. And you better have a follow-up process to make sure that you convert those leads into warm leads. I was just talking to this, one of the guy I'm doing a mortgage deal with, right? And he's so fascinated about traffic, and he wants to learn traffic. He's like, I know traffic is everything. Like, I got to get traffic. I got to get traffic. You know, I told him this, and I'm going to say this to everybody. All right. The most important part about traffic is taking cold traffic and turning them into warm traffic. So you have to really think about that. Like if you can convert cold traffic into warm traffic where they will keep on buying from you and trusting you and come back to you and refer people to you, right? That's where the magic really happens. So like, he wants to like do deals. He wants to have more mortgages and he says, with Facebook, I know I can get more leads and all this other stuff. And I said, yeah, you can. Doesn't mean that if you don't give them a good education, that they're going to actually follow what you have to say. So with e-commerce, it's a little bit different. We're like, with the print on demand stuff, we are in direct response marketing. We're looking to disrupt. We're looking to relate with the prospect. We're not selling ourselves. We're selling our product. All right. So that tangible aspect of the product gives the ability for people to purchase a little more easier than if you were trying to sell them a mortgage or you were trying to sell them an information product. See, when you sell an information products, you're selling like, say, weight training courses and stuff like that. That's where Instagram comes in, okay? Could you buy an influencer to give a recommendation to you? Because when that influencer shouts you out, that's looked at as warm traffic. But what we're doing in Facebook right now is we're driving cold traffic. This traffic has no clue about you.
Hey, Ricky, you know what else that's important is actually learning how to construct a video ad. I'm not talking for just like for a fan page. I'm talking like for an actual ad for, maybe one of these 30-second deals that are either They're like filming like a slideshow and things like that. I haven't been able to figure it. I've got Vico and I haven't had time to look at it because I told you I've got tunnel vision on this right now.
All right, look, the most important thing out of today's training is to make sure that everybody's set up on step one and moving through. Okay, now hey guys, put a one in the chat boxes if anybody has the low hanging system. Put a one in the chat box if you have the low hanging system as well. I just want to get a feel of who's in the crowd here, who has what. All right, okay, Bruce, I know Sandra, I know you have it, Nancy, fine. Don't worry. Look, if you have to ask what it is, don't worry about it. Please keep focused. I don't. You don't need it right now. Okay, like you really don't. All right. I just want to know who has that. Put a 5 in the chat box if you have Market Hero. Okay, put a 5 in the chat box if you have Market Hero, and that's something that you bought and you haven't done yet. It's fine, but just want to know. Okay, we got a ton of people have that. All right, put a 2 in the chat box if you guys have ESA. Okay, from Adrian Morrison. Wow, a lot of people got ESA. Well, ESA is good. Now, look, what we need to do is we need to create an execution strategy for you. Okay, depending on what you got. Because between those systems and now with a tool like Slingly, you really don't need nothing else. Okay, at that point, like what I said with the Dirty Fast Results system, is very simple. Okay, it's about bringing traffic inside your store, and then it's the right mix of upsell products, email marketing, discount pop-ups, and stuff like that that's going to drive a profit for you. And then you circle back to getting more traffic, right? Because what most people do is they put up one product on the store, a couple products in the store, they drive traffic. And I hate to even say this too. Some people make a few sales and that'll be it. They never make the sales that they were making ever again.
You know what I've noticed too, Ricky? I noticed people will just take products and like kind of just throw them up there like and they put so many on there that like maybe the products that they want to sell or like get lost in the mix when somebody goes to their homepage and things like that. I was Ross and I were talking to somebody on Facebook today, telling them like don't like pick like 10 products, keep it simple, don't go crazy.
No, of course. So Sandra, where would you say you are right now with that?
I'm about 50 to 60% ready for Facebook.
Okay, we got to get you 100%. So John, I want you to get with Sandra and see what you got to do to get her 100%. 100%.
Of course, we'll make an appointment, Sandra.
All right, and I'm gonna get on that call too. So
Dr. Gosh.
I'm gonna get on the call too. So I'm gonna schedule that. Okay, let's do that. Look, we're gonna lead by example here. Okay, that's the best way is leading by example. Just like if you were to go get a personal trainer for a gym, right? And you're gonna expect them to lead you by example, and that's what I'm trying to do for everybody that really wants.
I'm not getting training lessons with the fat dude, right?
Yeah. Okay, you can mute me now. Thank you.
All right, Sandra. Well,
Good night.
Thank you for being on. Thank you for your commentary. Talk to you soon. All righty then. Jeff says, can we talk about what we could do? Yeah, we'll talk about that too, Jeff. No problem. All right. Nancy said, who's the fat dude? He meant that if you go to the gym and your personal trainer is fat and he's trying to tell you how to lose weight, well, maybe you should probably switch your personal trainer. Maybe that's not the right guy to look at, All right, so let's get into a little bit of strategy. Let's get into a little bit of go-getting. John, text Ross to see if he's going to come on soon, see where he's at.
Problem.
And then we'll get on another person to talk about their experiences, all right? So I just want to can everybody, give a virtual clap for Sandra getting on in front of a couple hundred people.
Yeah, Sandra, good job.
Being able to tell her experience and where she's at, and cool. Love that stuff. See, Sandra, look how many people love you right here, all right? You can't see the chat box. We got Mike, Jeff, Benjamin, Tom, Ashley, Mike C, Nancy, Jeremy, okay, Future. Okay, awesome. All right, so let me drop this down, and I know you guys are probably sick of looking at this dog staring at you. I didn't expect that intro to go that long. But all right, so let me bring you through the strategy, okay? And this is what we really, really have to understand if we really, really want to make money with e-commerce, okay? Just like regular internet marketing, we have to gain leads. We have to gain commitments. We have to gain buyers, all right? So no different than putting your print-on-demand shirt out there. And I know there's a bunch of people who got orders already within using Slingly, and that's just the first step. So the first step is confidence, seeing that this thing actually does work as long as you're willing to keep at it, okay? Like, I don't know if Kathy Mack is on here. I don't see her on here today. But she took massive action with Commercify and ended up doing $187,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview her personally, and I'm going to ask her a subset of questions, and I want to give that to everybody. Because, like I said, the best way to learn is by, leading by examples and seeing other people that did it. People that are just like you, okay, started not knowing crap, okay, and is able to take the action. Now, another thing you gotta understand is this is a time commitment, okay? I'm not saying that you have to spend 8 hours a day doing this, but you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, I need to spend at least a few hours a day doing this stuff. So if that means I can't watch TV at night, or I have to sacrifice a Saturday going out to get shit done, you got to be willing to do that. I mean, put a one in the chat box if you're willing to do that. Sacrifice time to gain time, basically. Yeah, exactly. There's so many people saying, hell yeah, 1. Yeah, you have to sacrifice time. All right? And shit, I did a lot of that myself, okay? Now, this is the strategy. I'm going to draw it out, okay? I don't want you guys to do anything but Facebook right now, okay? You don't need anything else. Get Amazon out your head. Get, Instagram out your head. Get Pinterest out your head for now. Just as far as traffic. I'm not saying don't use Instagram for research. I'm not saying don't use Pinterest for research. I'm saying as far as driving actual visitors to your establishment, your store. Because, look, when I say establishment, I really want you guys to feel that, okay? That you own an establishment. It's like you spent money, you built a store, you got your signs done, you got your inventory, you made your shelves, and now you're ready to make some money. Because it's no different to what you're doing now. And if you really take that with that seriousness and congratulate yourself that, hey, listen, I saved myself a shit ton of money from going the brick and mortar route, because that is like, I don't even know how much money I invested into just doing that type of shit before you even turn a profit. I hear brick and mortar is 6 to 8 months, if maybe a year. I've heard even 1 to 3 years to turn a profit. Okay? I mean, at least with Facebook, it's instant. Like, you can test traffic now. You can, like, literally get results now without all, and just like Sandra said, plus all royalties and advertising. At least with Shopify, you're up and running. You got our theme, or my team helped you out. You're up and running. Now you're to the advertising part. All right, so I want you to like really just focus on Facebook, nothing else. Okay, what we need to do is we need to get highly congruent traffic. Congruent traffic. Okay, now I showed how to do this. Okay, in the boot camp. I'm going to have my over-the-shoulder Facebook training in the members area. All right, I've literally been that busy, but I'm going to get you guys that in there, which I want you guys to go through. Who here has the boot camp? Put a one in the chat box if you guys got the boot camp. Okay, wow, a lot of people got the boot camp. Bonita, if you need the boot camp, contact support. We're gonna get it to you because I want everybody to have boot camp right now. You guys need the boot camp. Period. You just need it. All right. Day 3 of the boot camp was all about traffic. I want you to if you have the boot camp, go in that and watch that. Just watch that one thing, nothing else. Okay, just go and watch day 3. If you want to watch more, good. Okay, but honestly, go watch day 3 in the boot camp, and then I'm gonna have my over the shoulder trainings that I've done. I've done personal over the shoulder trainings that are not part of the boot camp that show you advanced techniques, not advanced techniques, but well, no, advanced techniques, but show you a step-by-step strategy with Facebook. But I'm gonna try to explain it now. Okay, so you need highly congruent traffic. Okay, so let me go into Facebook quick, and I'm gonna show you this. Now, this is one of my accounts, but this is the one that was making me the most money. As you can see, okay, we spent $110,000 in this account. Okay, 27 million impressions. All right, and basically we netted gross 225,000 in this account. Okay, now I shut this off just the other night. I shut it off. Every ad that you're going to see in this account is completely shut off for the sole purpose that I created another account, as you can see, JBS 2.0, that has 0 in that account. And that's what we're going to be using to grow with. All right? Sandra says, why?
Everybody put a crazy in the chat box if you're following us.
I mean, why did I shut Sandra said, oh my God, did you really shut them down? Yeah, I did. Look, I'll show you right now. Look, they're all off.
Yeah, look how many people think you're crazy, too.
They're all off. Everything's off. Like, literally, everything's off. Look at this. Okay? Look, I had something making us a good ROI here. Off. Completely done. Okay? The reason that I did that is to show you that I'm going to, as long as you're willing to follow the process and the strategy, we're going to build back up to this again. In a short amount of time, too. A real damn short amount of time. Okay? And I'm going to show you that it's freaking simple. All right? So let's go back to the strategy. So we want highly incongruent traffic. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to Facebook. We're not going to create any ads. Okay? All we're going to do is we're going to do this traffic. We're going to do this test audience. And I want you to do the same type of shit. Okay? Come over here. Don't worry about any of the nonsense. I need you to get this part right here. Detailed targeting. I need you to truly, truly understand the way to do it. Okay? Even if you spend 1 hour a day and you just do this and save audiences for yourself, you will save yourself light years of frustration, literally spending your money the wrong way. Okay? So I'm going to show you a way to do it now, and then you can reverse engineer your products. So you're actually going to start backwards. I want you to be able to start freaking backwards. Have no product, have no placements, have no budget, have no post set up, have nothing set up. And I want you to come into the ads manager. I want you to click audience, and I want you to start doing targeting as if you literally had a product you want to sell. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. Start shooting me up a couple of niches out there. Shoot me up some niches. And then, John, after like 10, 15 niches come in, just pick one.
All right. Okay.
Okay, a bunch are coming in now.
Okay. All right. Let's go here with let's go with horse riding.
Horse riding. Okay. So what we're going to do with horse riding, okay, is we're going to bring up a notepad, okay, and we're going to explain this in clear view. Remember, first step of strategy, highly relevant targeting. Okay, so write that down, highly relevant targeting. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up a notepad, and we're going to brainstorm a little bit, okay? So what we want is highly, and let me just make this bigger, highly relevant targeting, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go have Facebook force us to show us the .coms. I'm going to show you right now, and I showed this in the boot camp, and I'm going to show this over the shoulder videos as well, but I'm showing you this right now because it's just that damn important. Okay? You want to go at the .coms. You want coms to come up first. Second, you want to go after first person views. The second type, so let's just do this. We got 1 is we want comms. 2, we want first person views. 3, we want second person views. 4, okay, we want, let's just say third person. I'll show you what that means. That's what we want, okay? That's our testing traffic. This is our make our products work traffic. This is our put $5 down and let it run for 3 days traffic, okay? Because then you'll get up to scale. And scaling is actually a lot of fun, okay? And you go after bigger traffic. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to force Facebook. So I'm going to put in horse. Oh, my God. Horseriding.com, okay? I want to see, okay, if I can find anything with horse riding, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to Facebook, come over here, I'm going to put this in and see if I can find anything on horse riding. Can't find nothing on horse riding. So I'm going to remove the com first, okay? And I want to put a space between that. And then I want to put a .com. Still nothing with horseriding.com. Fine. So what we're going to do now, okay, now this is going to happen to you. But pay close attention because I'm going to show you how to make Facebook spit out the .coms. All right? So if we fail at that one step, horseriding.com, I mean, what you could do is you can go into Google and find actual websites for horseriding.com and put them in. But you know what happens with stuff like that? You may get such a small audience, it's not worth it. So the next thing you do is and this is how fast it can be. You quickly move to first person. What is first person? I love horse riding. Okay, I like horse riding. Now watch this. So I'm going to click I love horse riding, but before I click this, I want you to look to the right. What do you see? An audience size of 26,000 people. I don't want you to get any of your prospecting traffic. So this is called prospecting traffic. I don't want you to get any of that. I'm sorry. The prospecting traffic is what makes you the long-term money, okay? So what I want you to do is find it fast and get it going. Don't sit there and contemplate. So I couldn't find a .com, move on. Don't sit there for another 20 minutes trying to find a .com. You're going to want to throw your laptop across the wall. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click horse riding, okay? I don't want my prospecting traffic to be more than 100K, okay, per interest, okay, give or take. That's what I was about to say, but I get sidetracked to myself. So 100K and below per interest for your prospect tracking, okay? I love horse riding. Look what just popped up. Tell me, guys, what just popped up? Tell me. What popped up? Look at that.
Cool, everybody gets it. They all see the .coms popping up now.
Yep, it's a Charlie said, it's a .com. Guys.
Someone said money.
If you can't find the .com immediately, move on to the first person views. Facebook will start to spit out the .coms. So now I don't drop my first person view. I go back to my number one, 49,000. Perfect. Okay. Horse City. Now, if you're not sure about what Horse City is, take a look at it. Okay. So let's see what Horse City is. Let's see what that is. All right, perfect. About riding, cool, awesome. Horse racing, sweet. So we can tell that's all about horse. Okay, it could be another thing. Let me know. It could be a clothing brand for horses. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna come over here. Okay, click that. Okay, and I'm gonna come down. Horse lovers. Oh, look, horse.com. What is that? That's a scaling interest. Now, someone before said estaquarianlife.com, but you know what? I don't want to put that in. I want Facebook to tell me that. So I'm going to click that. Okay. Look at estaquarian.com over here. There's 118,000 people. I'm going to skip that. 200,000. Look, my horse. Boom. Okay. Go Horse Show. Boom. Horse Connector. Boom. I don't know what that is, so we have to look it up. Aquarium Needs. I Heart Horses. Look at that, though. 1.8 million people. Well, guess what? That is a scaling interest. All right? Let's go see. Chick Saddler. Okay, I may want to check that out before I put it. Pro Rodeo, 416,000 people. That is a scaling interest. Let's go back. Let's try State Line Track. That's give or take. Like, it's right there. Okay, I may put that in if I can't get my audience to where I want it to be. See anything with a squiggly line like this? Any like special characters? Those are gold. Those are gold. I'll get into that in one moment. All right, so say we got all the .coms. Now what do we move on to? We move on to our first person views. So now I'm going to go after I Love My Horse, but remember, same rules. Same freaking rules. That's 131,000. I may leave that alone for now. Okay? Horse Lovers. That looks like a gold mine right there. But I may leave that alone right now as I get down my list. Love Horses. That's a second, third person view. Love Horse Riding. That's a second person view. Let's go over here. Love Riding Horses. That's a first person view. Love Horseback Riding. Okay? You guys kind of get the hint, right? Horse Lovers. Let's go. I Love My Horse. I don't see any more like first person views here. So now what you're going to do after that is you're going to move on to second and third person views. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look for second and third person views, something like this, okay? Or third person views means like emojis, squiggly characters, funny characters. Okay, we're going to click that. Let's see, Horse Lovers, Love Horses, Horseback Riding. Look at that, 43 million. That's a scaling interest. See, this is where you would intersect, but I'll go into another training. We're not there yet. Okay, Peace, Love, and Horses. Okay, let's see if I can find any other good stuff. Horse Magazine. Why not? 50,000 people. That's a third person view. Let's see. Any more I can find out of this? Practical Horse about 124,000. I'm probably not going to look at that. Cowgirl Magazine, nope, 384, kind of broad too. Doesn't mean cowgirl means that they're horseback riding. Okay, and you're pretty much it. Now look, right now you got 200,000 people. Okay, 200,000 people. Put a yes in the chat box if you think that's good enough to start testing your horse shirt with. Yeah, of course. A ton of people are saying yes. Okay, Angus says, damn. Okay, that's it. Do you know what you do now with this? You don't say, oh, well, I'm going to set up my ad and then you save the damn audience. Come here and save it. Okay, now in the new ads account, if I was in the new ads account, I'm just going to save this as my horse lovers. And guess what? I'm just going to give you this tip. You just do 25, okay, plus, and that's it. Okay, all 25 to 65, all right, and you do that, and you talk of the United States. So for everybody right now that may be in, say, Europe, or they may be in Ireland, or they may be from another country, you know what? You talk of the U.S., they buy in the U.S., you still get paid. Okay, so talk of the damn U.S. You want to scale? You have a winner that's off the meat rack. Well, then you may want to scale out to Canada. You may want to scale out to New Zealand. You may want to scale out somewhere else. Don't worry, we're gonna have live scaling sessions too as well. Because remember, I'm gonna grow this with you. So all you're doing here is you're saving yourself the headache of highly relevant targeting before you got your store ready. This is before you got your post set up. This is before you got a payment system in place. I mean, you got the niches and the shirts, okay, and the physical product stuff inside of Slingly. It'll be ready for you. It's not going nowhere. And I'm only growing it with more and more designs and more stuff and more product lines, okay, that are coming to the system. Like even socks and leggings is on the way. And we also got canvases on the way. So don't worry. It's only going to get bigger. So what I'm trying to teach you here is you just need to get your targeting done. And if you follow this specific set of steps, that's going to happen for you.
Hey Ricky, can you just go over like real quick like the first, second, and third person views? We have a couple of questions just wanting to know what that is.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's go out. Let's do another niche. Give me another niche.
Like just describe it to them. Like would it be like I like or I love? Like that's what they're asking.
So answer it, fool. You know what it is.
Well, like a first person view would be more like I love horseback riding. I think we love horseback riding would be more like a third person view, right?
Okay. I am. Think about this. What is a first person view? Like think about really what it is. It's someone saying I. It's something saying I am, or something saying I do, or I care, or like I love, or whatever. That's a first person view. As if you were in a shoot 'em up game and you're looking behind the gun and you're going around the levels. That's a first person view. Think of it that way. Okay. Second person view is they. Okay. They like that. We like that. Okay. We do this. We love this. We are this. See, that's a second person view. And a third person view is like, okay, magazines, associations. Okay, these are brands. These are gatherings. These are like I said, these are gatherings. Okay. That's what a third person view is. So if I'm looking at my list, the only reason I go after .coms first is because if you are liking a specific .com and you're under a bracket of audience size, okay, it's 100,000 people, people, you are explicitly expressing, okay, that you follow it. So if you're that type of person, if you're one of these 9,980 people that explicitly express, okay, estaquarianlife.com, then that's the demographic that you're going after. Remember, demographics still play a part of this, and this is why the audience insights tool exists. But let's not even go that far. So what I want you guys to do, okay, is I want you to go in here and gather yourself targets. So for everybody who needs to see this one more time, let's do this one more time. I'm going to erase all those interests. They're gone again, okay? So let's pick another niche. Go ahead. Go up to the top again and pick out a niche, John.
All right. Let's go. Let's go with fishing.
Okay, fishing. All right. So this is what we're going to do with fishing now. Same thing. We're going to take our keyword.com. So we're going to type fishing.com. And we're going to come into Facebook. And we're going to plop it here. Now, look, you may find some from the bat. See, there's a lot of crap down here that doesn't mean shit. But look, we found fishingnorthcarolina.com. Click that now. Now what do you see? Okay, you see a bunch of sites, okay, coming up and a bunch of stuff that's coming up, okay? So let's see. Well, but look, John, that still didn't really give me all the .coms that really exist.
No, it didn't still. But
okay, so what you need to do, you need to start here, first person, right? If you can't have it spit all the .coms, think of this as, see, what you guys need to really understand, okay, what you guys need to really understand is that this right here, this right here is giving is AI, artificial intelligence. The more that you feed it, the better it can serve you. Think of it that way. So if we have our first interest as fishing-nc.com, it's going to now know what's relevant or what sounds like it. So when you follow this kind of structure as first, second, and third view, now we can go and tell Facebook, I want people, okay, I want the most lightning related interest that a first person would be saying. But see, I'd rather be fishing. That's 110,000 people, so I may skip that. Gone fishing, that's a third person view, okay, or a second person view. I love to hunt and fish. Look at that. That's 1,200 people. Okay, that's a very, very tight target. I click that in. Okay, now I'm going to go and I'm going to go see if I can find any .coms. Now it's okay. If you cannot find .coms, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Just go to first person view. All right, so I like to go hunting and fishing. Let's go over here, hunting and fishing. Now remember, that's over the 100,000 audience, so I'm going to leave it alone for now unless I need to get my audience size bigger, okay? I'd rather be fishing, 110,000 people. Love to hunt, love hunting. The fishing life, okay? That's a third-person view, but it also speaks like, it speaks both, so I may put that. And don't be afraid, just so you guys get this, don't worry if you don't have to follow this in exact order. That's what I'm trying to say. When you're starting to let Facebook understand what to give you for highly relevant targeting, then what you need to do is you need to follow at least step 1 and step 2, and then you can just go all over the place. All right, and it'll start giving you more related stuff. So let's see. We got I love fishing. That's big. Fishing shop. That. Fishing mags, anything about fishing. Fishing master, sounds like a second, third person. I skip the magazines for now, unless it meets that criteria. Gone fishing, love fishing, fish hound, go fishing, take a kid fishing, okay? Okay, MILF, man, I love fishing. And someone just said they'd seen that. I must have just missed it. Wire to fish, that's big. That's a scaling interest. Fishing stripe. Okay, there you go. Okay, fishing shop. There we go. Look, it's giving me more and more stuff. You see, as I feed this to Facebook, it's starting to give me now more highly congruent stuff that it wasn't giving me before. Please understand this. If you get this right now, you're going to be able to do, your targeting will never be wrong, ever. If you get what I'm talking about right now, you cannot possibly have wrong targeting, ever. So Fishman's a warehouse. Okay, start top. Let's see what else we can find here. Live target lures. Okay, you guys kind of get the hit. I got 60,000 people. All right, 60,000 people. Benjamin says, Ricky, you are literally making FB's AI your bitch right now in front of my eyes. Incredible. Go freaking down. This freaking bugs in this shit. All right, so yeah, I am. All right, so let me ask. Okay, why wouldn't you want an interest audience to be greater than 100,000? Because right now, I want to make sure, Jay, that my group that I'm targeting right now is highly relevant, precise targeting. Okay, I want to go after the broad later. I want to go after the 100,000, the 200,000, the 500,000, the 1.2, the 3 million, the 18 million people later. But in the first step, I want to make sure that if my product sucks, my product truly sucks. I don't want my targeting to suck. So remember, it's about taking everything out the equation that would stop you. Okay, so like there's 4 different variables here, okay, into being successful with Facebook traffic, okay? 1, it's your targeting. 2, it's your image. 3, it's your copy. 4, it's your price. That's what it boils down to in e-commerce marketing on Facebook. So if you're going to raise this and you're going to raise this with Slingly, okay, we're even working on an automated copy solution too, which is going to be pretty nasty. But if we can raise these out the equation, what does that give you? Your copy and your price. If you follow our copy, what does that leave you with? Price. Do you get that? Put a 1 in the chat box if you guys understand that. That we're starting off with these 4 variables that could screw us up. But if we erase the first 3, we're left with the price. And that's where I want to be. And that's what's going to make you the money. Because now, since you're done understanding this, I'm going to teach you the strategy. Okay? So, I'll let you guys take a screenshot of this if you want. Okay, go ahead and take a screenshot. Yeah, Christopher, Slingly has the price suggestions, but I want to show you the strategy of getting people inside your door. Now, you guys got this, right? Put a guy in the chat box to make sure you got it. I want to make sure you guys got it because if you got this, you're golden. Okay? And I also want to reiterate as well. We got massive people saying they got it. Okay? I also want to iterate this as well. Is that I want you to come in here at least an hour a day. Okay? Remember, you're grinding right now. You need to work a bit. Okay? Get in there an hour a day and make yourself a bunch of these audiences in the niches that you want to go after. Okay? In the next session, we'll go after scaling stuff. But all it is going after 100,000 plus audience sizes, where it's a little more broad, so your pixel needs to be a little bit dialed in, or you're not going to get results off the bat. Okay? Well, right now, all I want you to do is I want you to go for results off the bat and then go to broad. Because once you get results off the bat, you can now start taking that money and putting it back into the system and making yourself more money. How many different niches should we start with? I would just start with like 1 or 2, honestly. Just two. It's okay. Like really, I don't want you to go crazy.
It's all about testing. If you start off from one or 2, and you find that maybe one is not working, then move on to another one. But don't go too crazy to begin with.
Just to give everybody in here that may be a little bit advanced and is past some of this targeting stuff, what you can do when it comes time to go broad is you don't have to group them. So let's just see. I'll show you what I mean. So say, okay, I want to go broad immediately, but I want to be smart about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put fishing.com in again. I'm going to start again. I'm going to go with the first person view. Just get one first person view in there, right? I'm going to erase the top. And now I'm going to look for a really broad interest. Wired to fish. Okay? That's a broad interest. Let's go find another really broad interest. Okay? That's good, but it's not broad. Let's go find a broad interest. Berkeley fishing. There we go. Okay, let's go look for Rebel Lore Company. We could, but let's skip that for now. Florida Sportsman Magazine. Doesn't mean it's all about fishing though. Shakespeare Fishing Tackle. That looks like a shop.
That's a brand, actually.
It's a brand?
Yeah.
It's actual fishing brand?
Yeah, they're rods and reels and lures and stuff.
All right, fishhound.com. Okay, those are broad. Let's go after Bass Fan. I don't know. That could actually be like a guitar. You have to check it out. Bass Angler Magazine. Pen Fishing. Look, that's another big, broad target. Okay, now this is for the advanced out there that want to go broad immediately. Okay, Mystery Tackle Box. Looks good to me. All right, so now what you can do is this. You can do it like this, okay? You have 1.4 million people to go after right now, okay? And remember, the trick to making broad work is that you do have at least pixel fires. You have view contents on your site. You have some purchases from your pixel. Okay, you have run a bunch of ads in your site that is giving Facebook the kind of data that you're after. That's when I suggest you start going broad. Okay? The thing that I taught you right now, was about highly relevant targeting, is to make sure that you never fail and that your sales, if you're not making any money, really comes down to just the price point. Okay? That's what I want you to get on this right now. So I hope you guys got that. Let's move on. But what I could say, the last thing I'm going to say about this is you can either group them or you can run them one by one. Now, there's a benefit to running them one by one because now you can identify what audiences are actually making you money. Whereas you group them, there's really no way to tell what's making you the most money. So there is more risk associated by doing one by one because what you're doing is you're spending $5 on every interest. So I would not say a day, that is. So I would not just go in off the bat and do it. So what I mean is that when you go broad, you have already tested your highly relevant targeting. You're already making sales off of it. And now you're ready to start reinvesting that money into it. What would be a good indicator for scaling broad when you're allowed to target either a lookalike or custom audience? I don't move into lookalike audiences until I have a true winner that's doing like 300, 400% ROI every single day. That's when I start looking at lookalike audiences, okay? So don't worry about that step of scale. We'll go as Explore Connect app to see which grouped interests are converting. The only problem with the app right now is that, and I don't use it, okay, but I went through it and I do recommend like its targeting capabilities. But one thing I got to say about it is that it's only going to give you the CTR, the click-through rates. It's not going to give you the conversion data, okay? It's not going to give you the conversion data, which means in the long run that you're not going to really know. So, I mean, like you'll have success by having a winning shirt or a winning physical item and then doing one by ones and then scaling one by ones, and meaning that you're just going to duplicate campaigns and try to hit. So instead of hitting this, say you were running this at 1 million people. Say you were running this at 1 million people. That was the only interest you're targeting. And it's starting to kick off. You're getting a lot of sales. Well, guess what? I'm going to duplicate my ad, my campaign, exactly as is, just to reach more people than I would have from one campaign. Get what I'm saying? That's for another session. I'm going way above myself right now. But I just wanted to get you that right now, right? John, I understand the question right there, but we'll get the question. All right, so let's move on. So I'm getting a little sidetracked. Now I just showed you how to do the targeting, the relevant audiences. When you get this right and you spend an hour a day and you build yourself audiences, you erase all the worry that your targeting is not going to actually produce for you. Second is strategy. Remember, we need to get them inside of our door. Okay, we got to get them in here. So what do we do? What do we do to make that really happen? Okay, and then what do we do after that happens? Okay, which would be like your upsells. Okay, which would be your discounts and stuff like that. So what we do is once we get the targeting set up, we're going to start to see view contents sparked. People are going to start joining our site. Okay, I mean, not for nothing. If you go back over here to the ads manager, okay, and you go to the account overview, I think we know a little bit about traffic and getting impressions over Facebook and making it really freaking work. I mean, let's see if it shows our view contents over here. Should. Okay, we had 224,000 visitors to our site. These are actual visitors, people that visited the site. Okay, we had 54,000 add to carts. All right, and out of that, we had 9,000 plus purchases. And that doesn't even, and guys, that doesn't even show all the upsell app, okay, that has made us money. That doesn't show the email marketing. That doesn't show all the other stuff that Facebook's not taking into account. So I kind of like really believe that we really know what the hell we're doing with Facebook traffic. And I just need you guys to follow me and just really, like I said in the beginning of this training, I said, you're going to have to put some work in. The Slingly is not a silver bullet. But if you follow the strategies, you're going to win. So let's come over here and say what we need to do to get the view contents over. Well, we got to give them, like any brick and mortar store would, a discount. Okay? We got to give them a discount. We got to give them interruption. Okay? I know that looks retarded. But what we need to do is we need to understand our margin. We have to understand our margin. Okay? Understanding our margin will allow us to know what we that's all right, Nancy. We'll see. The replay will be in the stuff. Okay? Nadir says doorbuster. Yes. Okay? You guys should have dirty fast results. That's another thing that you guys should be going in and looking at is dirty fast results. Because Ross explains this strategy too as well. So what we got to do is understand our margin. We need to shoot for at least $10 margin. Okay? We want at least $10 margin. Maybe sometimes $8. $8 to $10 margin, okay, that we want to work with. All right, so if our shirts, okay, is 12, what is it, John? $12.99, right?
$12.95, yeah.
12, okay, so let's erase this. Our shirt's $12.95 shipped, and you really can't even get that now. Like most of it's like 13 and 14. All right, and I also talked to Randy, and I'm going to work you out even better deals. Okay, so this is all in the growing phase. So you guys are in. This is really amazing shit. So what we need to do is we need to be able to sell our shirt and get our $8 or our $7 or our $10 in the margin. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell it for $14, and this is a tested price. We're going to sell them for $14, and with the better shipping, okay, we're going to set the price anywhere from $4.95 or $5.95. I've tested both of them, and they both convert. Okay, so what that does, if we put out the calculator, okay, I'm sorry. Well, that's $8. So that's $18.95 or $19.95. So in reality, $19.95, okay, or $18.95. So if you're getting the $12.95, you're making around that $8 right there. Okay, that should cover your $3 doorbuster acquisition fee. $3 to get the customer in. So you want to shoot for a CPP, cost per purchase, less than $3. That's what your goal is. Your goal is to shoot for a CPP less than $3, selling your shirt, your doorbuster, for $14 with a $4.95 or $5.95. That's what you're looking to do. Now, you do not want to do this for every single shirt. You want to only do this for your doorbusters. No. Shannon, you're a little confused. You're going to charge the customer $4.95 or $5.95. Our cost, okay, your cost on a plain unisex shirt with Slingly is $8.25
plus the shipping of $3.99.
plus $3.99. That's all you need to cover, which is $12.95, right? Give or take, $12.94.
Yeah, something.
Okay, I'm telling you to get your doorbuster items. Now, this is not going to be every shirt, but what you need to do is you need to sell them for your doorbusters for $14, and you need to charge the customer $5.95 shipping and handling, or if you're comfortable with a $7, $4.95 shipping and handling, which makes you anywhere from $18 to $95 per sale. Okay? That's what you need to do. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to get the traffic from Facebook into your store. where you need them to be. Let me take a sip of my water quick. Go ahead, John. Tell them what you're doing there in the store. Let me take a quick voice break.
So what I do is I'll price my doorbuster at $14, and I will charge either $4.95 or $5.95 shipping. Because I mean, in reality, you go to a store and you're gonna pay $20-$25 for a T-shirt, and people see that it, that it's $18.95, $19.95, and they see that it's a reasonable price, and that's what they're willing to pay. So that's
So what do we do? So what do we do to upsell them, bro? Tell them what we do to make the profit.
what I do to upsell them is I'll put in like a maybe a more premium version of the shirt, or I'll put in a mug or a hooded sweatshirt or a long sleeve T-shirt. I'll create basically a line of products with the same design on it that they can go in and they can buy.
Now, look, the only reason that you're seeing this at 12 is because we were not afraid to lose money on the front end. That's why you're seeing it at 12. We were willing to lose 95 cents on the shirt being printed because we knew that our upsells were dialed in.
And we were trying to bring in volume to the store. Volume is really what equals money in this.
Yes, volume equals money. Okay, and John, we're gonna have you next on. We're gonna take a quick break from the training and get you on, and I want you to share some of your struggles and your stuff too as well. Cool, John, you cool with that? All right, cool. So look, right here, we have this, but we've had other people buy our hoodie for $35. Okay, we had people buy our long sleeve for $21, and that makes us profitable. Okay, we've had people buy related items that do the same thing. We've had people, okay, once they add this to cart, all right, be in a rush to check out with us. We have a one-click upsell app that I can't show you because, I have to go purchase it, but pop up with other items that all they have to do is click a button and they get charged. So you got to understand something. We are building here. We're building our doorbusters.
We also have a pop-up that comes up offering them a 10% discount before they leave the site.
Yeah, I mean, let's try to show you that too. All right, let's go over here to home. I'll put it in a new browser because it's probably cooking me already. Right. Okay, so check this out. I try to leave. Look at that. Okay, don't leave yet. Get 10% of our time store now. They put in the email address. Okay, so let's put in now. RiggyNetworking@gmail.com. They sign up. Look, they get a discount code immediately. Now, how many people redeem that? All right, there's like a 1 to 2% ratio of people that would have left. No, this is not Smart 7 app. This is called Privy app. And Privvy. If you go into the training, in Slingly, we give you the app list of what we use. Look how cool it is. All right, this saves us money. This saves us traffic, wasted ad spend. Because not only go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, and this is also, we're building a list of people that accept this discount, and guess what? We can send them more discounts to come to our store.
Yep. And Christopher said boot camp. So if you guys have the boot camp, you really need to go through it. All right? I'm telling you. Did a sick job. All right. So that's the goal here. Okay, that's the last bit of training that I kind of want to leave you with, is because on the next session we will go over more like advanced stuff, but right now what I need you guys to get is that targeting. All right, and then the second step is doorbusters. Once you get people into your store, the next session we'll do, John, what we should do? We should do a video, even if it's not like a live training, and just get a video done of all the stuff that we do inside of our store that make it sell better.
Right.
Okay.
I can do that and have it ready for the training next week.
Look, I have to walk you guys through in steps. I can't just dump. See, one of my problems that I used to have, and I still have it in a way, is that like I dump a lot of knowledge on people, like, and I get excited about it because I understand it, but that I forget that there's a lot of people out there that really don't get it, and John can tell you, like, I'll explain my heart out and I'll show the strategy and everything like that, and then people would just not do it, any of it, like you just feel overwhelmed by it, and that's why I'm stopping myself. So I have to stop myself. So at the end of the day, I want you to do this 1 hour a day, highly relevant targeting. Okay, this is your homework. Okay, basically homework. Okay, 1 hour a day, highly relevant traffic. Build, save. Don't worry about scale right now. Save your audiences. Okay, and you want these audiences to be 25 plus. I don't really care if a 21 to 24-year-old is going to buy a shirt. You know why? There are billions of people on Facebook. That's enough for me to get a piece of cut for a 21-year-old not to see it. Oh, well. I'll get them on the email somehow. Okay? Second of all, okay, your second thing is number 2. All right? Go through DFR modules. Okay? 100%. Now, Ross says, because the DFR modules, he said about having the T-Launch app. You do not need the T-Launch app at all. Okay, Slingly takes care of it. We give you your prices up front. They're in the Slingly POD catalog, and you'll know exactly how much we charge. All right? Now, third thing is if you have boot camp, don't try to go through the full boot camp. Go through boot camp week 1. That's all I want you to do. So that's your homework. 1 hour a day, highly relevant targeting. I don't care if you don't have your store ready. I don't care if you haven't chose a product in Slingly yet. I don't really give a crap. You have to do this just to get yourself freaking amazing at Facebook. Okay, dirty fast results. Okay, go through the DFR modules. That's under Slingly core training. It's called the Dirty Fast Results Promotion Strategy. And then I want you to go through boot camp week 1. All right? So put a 1 in the chat box if you guys are actually going to do this, because I'll know next time. Literally, if I get a couple hundred people on the next training and I start talking about stuff in there and you're like, well, what is that? What is that? What is that? What does it mean? I'm not going to answer it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to ignore you. All right, cool. But he is laughing. But I'm just saying, like, I hate to be, I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm giving you the same tough love. I'm giving you the same tough love that I gave John. Go tell John, tell him about my tough love with you, bro.
Well, I basically had to figure out how to set up the theme, put all the products in. I had to go back and forth with the designers to have the images made the way I wanted them. I had to enter everything in manually, and I would still have other duties like managing our team and things like that. And I would be doing all of this in one day. And Ricky would be like, "How come that's not done yet? What are you waiting for? Blah blah blah. Follow up with this person. Make sure that's done." And it was rough, and we're going to be like that on everybody else. Why aren't you guys doing what you need to be doing?
Yeah, but just like Valerie said, if you don't put it in, it's not going to come out 100%. You know why I was like that with John is because John would come to me with questions that clearly he could have Googled and found out. And I know this because I didn't, like, back in the day, 2003, 2004, when I was trying to figure out all this shit myself. There was no one I could freaking ask. There wasn't Facebook. I didn't have no freaking Facebook group. There was like forums and stuff like that. And then when you post a thing in the thread, you'd get some answers, but it wouldn't be like instant. Like someone could hit you up on Messenger, or someone could hit you up on a group and get an immediate response back. Okay, like back in that time, I didn't even freaking have. There was no iPhones. There was no freaking iPhones back in 2003. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I'm giving you tough love and saying, shit, if you're going to ask me dumb shit next freaking training, I'm not going to answer it. I'm not. Because I'm going to tell you, go Google it. All right. That's what I just want to say that. And I'm not trying to be an ass, but I'm just trying to force you to take those steps that we had to go through. All right, because that's going to make you really successful. All right, so John, you want to hop on? Sup? Let me know if you're good and you want to hop on the phone when it gets you on.
He said, "Yep."
All right, let me find John. Let's put up our stupid little dog training for this. Where's John? I can't find him, dude. If you see him, just right click on the name and press unmute.
I'm looking for him now.
I got him. All right.
There we go.
Yo, John.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing? How you doing?
What's up? What's up, buddy?
Everything's going well. I
Good.
mean, I think I finally found a home. To be honest with you, man.
All right. Now I'm glad to hear that. I want to hear that. I mean, you found the home in the Mandalay Pool, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, not that, man. It was just like a short trip there. Just my wife wanted to go there just to kind of relax. We didn't even like walk around anywhere. Just we just used the amenities there, and that's it.
No doubt. I mean, if I lived close to that, I would do the same damn thing. Honestly, I love Vegas, man. But anyway, look, I do appreciate what you did. Okay, creating the Slingly Mastermind group. I think it's a great thing. With that, of course, comes responsibility because you know how it is running groups. You have your drama, and some people could be pain in the butt, but that's what we have to deal with. But I do applaud you on that. It shows that you really are taking action and that you're building a community around this, which is great. Okay, which means everybody could prosper a little bit further. Okay, and that's what I applaud John for being like a leader in that regard. Okay.
Hey man, I can't take the credit for that because there was just a small, a short thread or discussion within Exit All group, and it was suggested the name Slingly Mastermind was actually suggested by Dana White, and so
Okay.
when I saw that and nobody was moving to just everybody was asking where should we go, and I was mentioning my ecom experiments page, and they're like where should we go? Should we start a mastermind? And then Dana said, Sling the mastermind. And I quickly searched it. There was nothing out there that had created, one of our group members. And I said, you know what? Let me just, create a group. And then when Dana hopped on, I made her as a co-admin. So Dana White and I are actually the ones, running that group.
All right, cool, man. Well, if you need any help, let me know. I get the notifications anyway. I put in my favorites. So just like Sandra, let's ask a few questions, and then we'll see if we can get
Uh-huh.
Pat on. I don't know if Pat's on, but I want to ask the same kind of questions because I feel that they'll be valuable for everybody that's on here listening, and we still have a couple hundred people on here, right? So what is the different? What is different about like say this opportunity than other things that maybe in the past you've tried, and stuff like that?
Okay, well, just wanted to, give a quick background, so for everybody listening, how I ended up, being in the situation. So, migrated to the U.S. back in 2008. Couldn't find a job. I was scammed twice on the internet. I found out about affiliate marketing, and I actually was into PPC back in '09 to 2010. And
Okay.
then Google, I had an account or a campaign that was doing great, and then suddenly my account was banned by Google. At that time, it was a quarter of a million accounts were banned. Mine was unfortunately included, even though I didn't do anything. They didn't, explain
No, I
anything.
was in the sweep too, bro. I got sweep too, man.
And then so I was bummed out. It was a campaign that I would have made 700 per day. And this was in the World of Warcraft niche because that's what I started with. I built a site on that one, and from there, I'm like, let me move on. I went to SEO. I was ranking a main keyword for World of Warcraft, like number three on the first page of the search results. And then I went into providing services. I was actually outsourcing article writing. So I have like writers in the Philippines, and it was a like a 90% hands off. Essentially, I had an account manager. I was just making like extra car payment like 400 per month, spending like an hour a week on that one while working my day job. And from then on, I went on to move to Amazon actually in 2013,
Okay.
and we had a brief success on Amazon wherein early last year we were selling supplements, and my wife, and I, we weren't believing like the stuff that we see that you can make this much, you can sell this much, until we actually experience it ourselves. Like for a short time, early last year, we actually were selling like $1,300 per day on
Nice.
Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah, but then we run into inventory issues because the products we were selling were kind of like it didn't require a prescription, but it more likely like required a doctor per se to be the one to sell that.
I
And
got you.
so the brand was very strict, and so we ran into issues, and we like the opportunity was gone. And then there were people, so many people jumping in, retail arbitrage and all that stuff. I was even approved in Star Wars, to sell that stuff on Amazon. And mind you, man, I got like approved for my account is like 11 categories on Amazon I can sell on. But
Nice.
big family living in LA. Just to let everybody know, I got five kids.
Wow.
So it's challenging, man. And then last year, and I told you in our private messages, it was rough last year. I actually filed Chapter 7. I don't know if everybody understand that, but I had to start all over. I dissolved my LLC. And now I just got my license for my sole proprietor. I'm starting over.
Okay.
I was unemployed for like almost a year. I was trying to make things work online, and it was hard, man, to be honest. And after Amazon, I sold all my inventory. I came across a webinar. I don't remember what it was, and then here comes along Ricky Matega talking about Commercify. and man, you know, I, I gotta do what I gotta do. I couldn't understand Facebook ads, and I actually, and I don't know if you know this, but man, I had to find a way to actually sell the shirts on a different or months on a different platform, and I actually, it was kind of like a low hanging system, kinda. I found
Okay.
a way to push the products to my Amazon account actually,
Gotcha.
and I was able to sell more than $2,000 in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
So that's going on there, and it was difficult to do the Amazon thing just because they require UPCs, specific SKUs, and then T-launch. They only have like for mugs, they only have like one SKU for a white mug, one SKU for a black mug. So there are issues in synchronizing and matching data. And yeah, and so I told my wife, I think I found, our home, because it's, I was challenged with regard to, um, the money that is being stuck on inventory on Amazon because it's inventory intensive. And, it's also that they're becoming so big. And I got reminded by, like when what happened to me back in the day with Google. I don't want to have that success and then, money's tied up and then they're just going to ban your account and all that stuff. And so when I saw this chance with Commercify and Shopify and Facebook, there's a little bit more control, having your own store as compared to being a third party seller, on a big site like Amazon, although the traffic is already there.
See, I always look at Amazon as a secondary traffic source because, like, I want control, but if I want more traffic, I want to put it on other avenues as well. That's
Hmm.
what the low hanging system is about. It's basically just extracting traffic that already exists in e-commerce. So I wouldn't say give up on that completely. Amazon is a beast. Okay, but it requires the same amount of attention as you know. Plus, it sounds like you started off with with the supplements that had some limitations that you probably didn't foresee, right?
Yep.
Okay, same kind of thing. Like, like what I hear is what I kind of went through when it came to doing Kindle books and came to doing PPV marketing and it came to doing, selling ebooks and other shit back in 2003, 2004, and then getting the AdWords, getting my account slammed. And what I'm hearing is like, there's so many different variables that just come up that you're just not prepared for. And I'm not going to say that this is going to be any different in a way. There's going to be different variables, but you said it yourself. The difference is this gives you at least more control. You are building your own asset. You're building that something you can sell later in time. You're building a
And
customer list.
not just that. We all know with Amazon, it's their customers. They don't give you the emails. With Shopify, once they buy, they're your own buyer list. And so many apps that just makes it easy in terms of like you're having your store, like how you guys set it up, because there's triggers and actions of customers on site that the apps just react to, and gives a pop-up here or a discount there, or gives a upsell or whatnot. It's just for me, the part of the print on demand actually is really, one of the big things that actually sold me in terms of like, I think I really found, the business model that I'm settling in, because it's not
Gotcha.
inventory intensive. And, with the Exceed All, group, with you there, man, and Ashley and John, to be honest, just like what Sandra said earlier, you cannot find a marketer out there, just like who would care like you do, man.
Well, I appreciate that you guys really see that. And, like, I wanted something that I could give to my parents and they could freaking do it. Put it that way. And they can do it. I mean, shit, I'm a developer, 18 years experience, man. And like, so when I like built this software, it wasn't like just outsourced team and stuff like that. I came together. No, I spent, John can tell you, not just me and John spent like, how long, bro? Like 2 years doing this, like almost nightly.
Just,
you
just
know,
the planning alone took us a few months. Just how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? How are we going to upload all this stuff? How are we going to get this to the customer? How is it going to be for just the planning? 2 months.
And I wish Ross was on right now, but what Ross would tell you is the same kind of struggle. Like he wanted to experience building a warehouse from scratch. He wanted to see what it is to get the big printers in, to hire the employees to run the print house. What kind of issues would you face? What kind of printing do you need? And he's hit a lot of struggles himself in doing that. Understanding like the machine coordinates and the crosshairs you need on the images, or the certain amount of colors you need to do screen printing and shit like that. And I wish he was on to tell you, but like I realized that back with him and Commercify,
Hmm.
and he realized what we were building. So when we came together, we said we want to go all out. We want to combine what you're doing and be able to offer people a piece of what you're doing, because when we get Ross in the mix, okay, we're going to be able to even give you like better margins, okay. So it's something that's constantly being built and we're working up to. It just like Commercify, it took us a year and some change just to build that, and then it took us another year and change to build Slingly. Well, it's taken us time to get everything there, but we're getting there. Like we really are freaking getting there. So I'm really happy to have you guys aboard. I say thanks, John. For being part of the group, and I can see your energy in the group and your willingness to 100%. I mean, it seems like you struggled a bunch, bro. It's your time to just put your horse blinders on and get this shit working, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, everybody has 24 hours a day. I have a day job. I have 5 kids. My daughter is with my first, with the mother, with my first wife. So at home, there's 4 boys, and they go to 4 different schools. When my wife works, early morning at Starbucks, so she's a supervisor. If she's there she has to leave at 4 in the morning. I'm up at 4 when she works at 4, and then I have to drop off all the 4 boys on 4 different schools, and then drive to work. I have to find time, to do this thing, man, because I have a day job and family. I wash the dishes, I do the laundry.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah.
last night I was up at 2:50 because after driving from Vegas, I didn't have, the energy to work last night, and so I slept at like 10:30, and I was up early this morning at 2:50, and I'm building my new store using Slingly, and something's got to give, for you to move up, something's got to give up, and we got to be healthy at the same time, but it's man, the bed is pulling me back. But nowadays, I try to sleep at 10 and wake up at 3. And then I cook breakfast almost every day for my kids. So by 6 o'clock, I'll cook breakfast and drop them off. And so I only am able to squeeze in, 2 to 3 hours. And I try that almost every day just to make things happen.
Well, you know what, man? It's just part of, like, it's coming up with a structure, and I know that the day job makes it tough, and you just gotta get you gotta get this to work. Because you know why? Because once you get it work, your time is gonna open up, and you know that yourself. I mean, you did that for a day job for a year, right?
What was that?
You had no day job for a year.
Yeah, man, we were trying to make ends meet with paying, at that time we still had those credit card debts and whatnot. And I had the unemployment benefit that actually ran out. And then I
Right.
was getting the money from what we are making on Amazon and then my wife's work. And then when the Amazon gig was like coming to a close, and then I ran out of the unemployment benefits. I had to find a job, and then I was in tech support in terms of engineering because I'm a mechanical engineer by profession in the Philippines.
Okay.
Uh, and Here after that experience, and I had to file the Chapter 7 and all that stuff to start over. I
Mm.
decided I told my wife I love e-commerce. I'm gonna switch to that industry. And so there was a short gig. I was a e-com sales and marketing executive in a company, electronics company. And then after that, I moved on to this electronics distribution company. I'm an e-commerce assistant there, and I actually pitched into my boss to have a Shopify store. Actually, almost done with building our own Shopify store for this company. So yeah,
Nice.
man, it's something that what I learned there, I apply to what I do, in my side hustle, and vice versa because it's the same thing essentially. Now I'm happy, it's not pressure to go to work because it's totally different thing, and I can do, I can learn Facebook ads, I can touch Shopify with this setup. At least, right now I'm able to still get my hands on Facebook Business Manager and Shopify and all that. So when I get home, I do my own, for my own stuff. But
Gotcha.
and hopefully my side hustle will soon, be my main hustle.
Right. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Something. Ricky might be having difficulties with his go to webinar, John. So we can just keep
Hold
on.
on, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
GoToWebinar crashes on me like at least once a day. I'm saying, like, literally, it just crashes on me. Hold on, let me make myself the presenter. All right, hold on. Sorry about that, John. Is John still on?
Yeah, we're both still here.
All right,
Yep.
sweet, sweet. All right, well, my bad about that, guys. So John, I hope you're getting the recording of this because that just crashed on me.
Yep.
So I'm not.
So far, so good. It looks like it's recording on my end.
All right. That's good. That's good. All right, let's not jinx this. Let's play it off. All right, so John, before it like crashes on me again, all right, I just want to know, okay, if everybody is still here listening, okay, what would your be advice if you had to start from scratch? Like, what would you do differently right now? Like that you did because you had previous online ventures. So what are you going to do differently this time? That's what I'm trying to say.
If I had to start over and I came across, this whole e-commerce thing with Amazon and other stores and whatnot, I think the the thing that has to happen is actually because the time is limited with family and with day job, and you got to make this side hustle work and whatnot. I think is to just focus on when you find a home, when you find a group that you honestly believe is gonna lead you, to the clarity of the things that is confusing at times when trying to go learn all these technical things. I think it's just to focus on this one group and just do nothing else. Like forget about, like you said, Instagram. Forget about. There will always be new strategies and all that stuff, and I think that can happen once you have a little success and a success that is continuous, constant. That's why I actually had that, started a new blog because of this journey. I wanted to, once I've established something that is already, consistently making money, then the other, new stuff that comes out is something that just gonna be tested, on the business on the site, and if it works, then share it, to the group. If
There you
it
go.
doesn't work, then share it as well. Because not everything will work for your business. Even if somebody copies exactly someone else's work, sometimes it just doesn't work like that. It's not cut and dry like that. Everybody has to go through their struggles.
Well, it's a point you say that everybody has to go through their struggles, but if you're willing to push through, there is light at the end of the road. So look, I know it's getting late, and probably everybody's wondering, like, I mean, not everybody's wondering. I know it's getting late, and I know Patrick wanted to get on, but John, I really want to ask you one more question, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What would you say? Okay, is your I ask you this another. I ask you this another time, right? I want to do something that's going to benefit everybody right now. Okay. Okay. Could you share? All right, this is another question we had. Can you share any tips and advice for everybody right now who may be in a particular situation you are? What would be your tips if you are mentoring them right now?
For everybody listening, I see a lot of like Slingly members and whatnot. They're new customers of Ricky. They don't know Ricky, and they're kind of frustrated with some of the small stuff that's going on. I'd say don't sweat the small stuff. You are here in one of the best platforms that you cannot find anywhere. If you are getting pissed off because support is not replying right away, look, there's a lot of us customers. We always, as a customer, we always feel like that you have to be served first. Everybody feels that that way at
Of
some
course.
point. Just be patient. Like Ricky doesn't have 100 people building the Shopify stores, but I'm saying, first come, first serve, and we're, Ricky and team are, working on the kinks and whatnot because there will be, bugs and whatnot, and that just needs to get fixed. It's part of the business, part of the beast, so just don't give up just because you're frustrated that your story's not built yet or they haven't got back to you. If you've given it a few days and they haven't replied to you, send a follow-up email on support. It's just how it is. It's life. Don't you get you get tripped 7 times, get up 8. You stay in this group because I'm gonna tell you, right here, you are in good hands with Ricky and the team. That's why I'm here, and I said that I think I found a home.
No doubt. I really appreciate that, John. It means a lot. No, it means a lot because even other people are saying, just do, what we teach. The product is a turnkey and ready to go. I mean, look, I value your businesses. It's not like I just took money and like see you later. I'm glad that you guys see that. And me and John, Ashley, and our team, because we have other people that will do work for us, Ross, we're excited about this stuff. Okay, Ross wanted to do this at 2 o'clock, but I wanted to get it at night so there could be a lot more people on than at 2 o'clock. Plus, I wanted John on, Sandra on, Patrick on. You know, so basically, we're gonna do a lot more of these. We're gonna help each other in the group. Like I said, I shut off all my ads. Okay, I shut off all my ads. I just showed you. I'm going to be building this from scratch with you guys just to show you that you can do it. You're going to see the way I write copy. You're going to see all my targeting. We'll do more lives. Me and John will make more videos. Ross has a lot that he wanted to teach tonight. And, you know, he was out with his daughter. He had to pick, take his daughter to rehearsal. And I thought that was earlier, but it ended up not. So I can't say that. I'm sorry for his absence, but he was kind of bummed or whatever. But, John, I thank you for being on. And anytime you want to get on the trainings and speak to, and if you have any questions, more than happy to have you on anytime, bro. All right?
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure to speak.
Thank you.
What happened, John? I don't know what John said. John, what'd you say?
It's a pleasure to be able to speak to the group, and I hope that some of the things that I've said resonate to members, and then they realize, like you said, this is not a silver bullet, but man, you have to have the gun to fire the silver bullet, and right here it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good analogy, man. Yeah, you need to have the right gun to shoot that silver bullet.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%. I learned a long time that if you wanted to dominate a market, you got to automate all the mundane, tedious tasks. And that's how Slingly came about. It was not for sale to sell to customers. It was for our use because we got so tired of doing everything something manual. We just couldn't take it no more. We're like, there has to be a better way to do this. So we invested a lot of time and energy into making it what it is. And then when people wanted it and wanted to see what we were doing, and we got so many people's results, we just wanted to do it better and better and make it easier for everybody. So we're getting there, bro. We're getting there. And you've seen it. You've seen it from Commercify, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, the time saved just because of what Slingly brings is time can be used for other people who are struggling on Facebook ads to try to understand it. The hour extra that they would have used building the site, they could use, like you said, on Facebook ads, try to build an audience and try to understand it a little bit more, how it all works and all that.
We need to be marketers. We don't need to be tied down with all the tech. That's where the money's made. Okay, when I was just a pure coding developer, right, all I did was basically build other people tools for them to market. And there was the marketers that were making the big money. Then I realized that, hey, shit, I got to be a marketer, not a developer, right? So I switched gears and I became a marketer and developed around it and started selling my own stuff. This was back in 2011. I started to actually see that light. So I like what you said, automate and spend time being a marketer and focusing on the things now that make money. And what Chris Record says, he calls them income producing actions. And now he didn't coin that term, but I'm just saying that income producing actions is the stuff like building your email list. It's the stuff like running your Facebook traffic. It's the stuff of figuring out new strategy, new discount avenues, new partner relationships, and everything else in between. And those are income producing actions. Doing tech work, not income producing action. It's necessary, but it's not going to make you money. Well, thanks a lot, John. I really do appreciate you being on the call, and I'll talk to you more on the PM and chat and all that stuff, bro. All right?
All right, bro. Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, dude.
All right. We do have Patrick, who offered to come on real quick, Ricky, and he just hopped on so he could talk to us for a few minutes if you want to unmute him.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely. Where's Patrick at?
I'll unmute him now.
All right, cool.
There we go. Hey, Patrick, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. How's it going?
How you doing?
Yo, what's up, Patrick?
How's it going, Ricky?
What's up, bro? Yeah, man, good stuff, man. I know I've seen you in the groups, but yeah, we got to talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You cool dude, bro. You really hustle. Like you putting pictures of the stuff that you're drop shipping out. Let me ask you something, okay? You wanted to go more of the physical route other than going the POD route, huh?
Only because I was doing more sports-related stuff, and there wasn't a lot of print-on-demand stuff for legal reasons.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so I basically
you're doing
found
good,
somebody who made something already, and I just sold that, so it seems legal to me.
So I'm going to ask you the same set of questions for everybody. Okay. Now, just to let you know, Patrick, is a power seller. He's been doing his thing. He's learning every single day. And I'm happy to have him on to speak to everybody that may, be struggling to get their sales and stuff like that. And just to let everybody know why John was speaking. Okay, why John was speaking. I took the screenshot. Let me pop it up if I can find it. Hold on a sec. Yeah, while John was speaking, Lynn popped up and said, while I was on, I just got my first order, two shirts. I had them marked at 12 each, $35 in the pocket. Just want to say congratulations, because every little thing, every little bit of that way is success. You know what I'm saying? Every little earn is success. Every little win gets you closer to winning the war. Every little battle that you win. So let me ask you, Patrick, what do you think would be your first success? What was that first bit of confidence for you, bro?
Probably, I think I was sitting in the hospital room when my son was being born, and
All right.
I started getting some sales on some items that I was basically selling from Amazon. So I'd go through and list it on my site and then ship it from Amazon. And I started getting a few sales there, and then as the weeks went on, I started getting a few more. And eventually I sold out the Amazon seller. So I decided, hey, it's time to, try and buy some of these. So I went and bought 500 units for, I think it was $3,500 or something like that.
Right.
And sold a couple of them, but only because I kind of stopped selling them because it's not really football season right now. But I ended up profiting probably $5,000 or $6,000 off those $3,000 purchase that I bought. So
Sweet.
Worked out pretty well. Plus now I have a huge email list to market to for new products.
See, that's what it's about. It's about basically building up the customer list, making your profit, reinvesting back, and then getting email marketing traffic to just make you free money, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. See, Patrick gets it, and that's what I wanted to bring. That's why I wanted to bring him on, because he gets it, and you can share a lot of value from what he's doing. So, let me ask you this much, okay? What would you think the most important part of your process that led you to success? What was the process that led you to this success that you're having? And I have your answers over here that you wrote to us. I don't know if you want me to read it or you want to stay just from your mouth.
Probably the most important part. I don't remember what I answered. It was early in the morning. Most important part was probably getting my audiences down. If my audiences weren't right, I would get a lot of traffic, but nobody would purchase anything. So that was kind of a big stepping stone to get over, is getting people to actually purchase something.
So basically is the targeting, right? Just like I kind of told on this training tape, that you have to get targeting correct. If you have those 4 variables, okay, and you erase 3 of the variables, so the variables would be, okay, you got the targeting, you got your copy, your image, you got your copy, and then you got your price. Okay? If you can erase the variables that are not making you that are messing you up, then you can focus more on the stuff that's going to be bringing money into your site, bringing people into your site to make you money. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So Patrick said it right from the horse's mouth, said that targeting was the most important thing. Right? That was told to me a long time ago, and I never stopped. So I figured out how to make Facebook with me the best targeting possible all the time. And I've taught that to my team, and I teach that to you guys. Patrick, so what do you do for targeting now? Do you go broad, or are you still doing some of the precise stuff?
Kind of in between. I'm usually targeting groups of anywhere from a couple thousand to, I think the biggest ones I target right now are about 300,000. So,
okay. So you're still mini broad. You're not going broad.
Right. Yeah. It seems like every time I go broad, I start losing sales. So.
Okay. Well, then.
Because it's such a niche product that it's kind of one team thing. So if you go super broad, then it could just be people who know about them, and that's kind of.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me ask you this much then. Okay. So this is the same converting ad, the same converting product, same copy, everything else. Once you go broad, it starts to flock a little bit.
Yeah, usually that's what I see.
Would you say that your purchase pixel, you have enough fires on it?
Probably got 500 or 600 on it.
600. Have you tried creating a lookalike audience off your purchase pixel?
I have before, but I've never actually tried. Usually, what I'll do is I'll make a lookalike audience, and then I'll target the broad audiences after that.
This is what I suggest. Okay, you take your customer list and you make a lookalike audience 1%.
Right.
Okay? And you try to run it two ways. You run it one directly at the lookalike audience, which will be 2.1 million, and then you duplicate that, run the lookalike audience, but I want you to intersect a keyword into it. Okay, one of your main keywords that are on a winning ad. So say it's cowboys. Okay, you'll take, we'll say something more a little niche. So you take, let's say cowboys. Okay, and you have your lookalike audience. Say it's at 2.1 million. That may drop it to 1.2 million. Get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I want you to try that because we've had a lot of success with that. Another thing that you guys will be able to do, okay, is there's something called page engagement audiences. It's under the events now, okay, where you can actually make custom audiences from page specific events, like people that commented on a post, okay, people that liked your post and stuff like that. With those, you can make custom audiences out of and then create lookalike audience out of and go broad that way. So try that, bro. I'm telling you, that may be what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll try that. That'd be awesome. Other than that, right now I'm starting basically similar to you. I just started a new store for basically to sell anything so I can test stuff and then niche out and make smaller stores after that.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this question. All right, what would you have done differently or better if you had to start over from zero again?
Basically, I wouldn't have made a one item store, like a one niche store, because that kind of limited me to what I could sell in that store, and then from there that's all I could do. And then once the season ended, my sales ended too. So that was kind of a downhill, but.
Well, that's kind of in a way that kind of like what John was saying. Like he went into the supplement route and then got capped out by inventory, And like, I hate to say, but like, we can't foresee that type of shit. We see something as a great opportunity, we run with it, and then it just ends. You know what I'm saying? Something ends. So yeah, Christmas says it's better to start off with a broad niche like you're doing. He's not really going broad like now. His sales start to slide a little bit when it goes broad. You start the same way, Christopher, as I told you before. You go after that precise, exactly like I showed you. You can get a good 300,000 to 800,000 person audience, and you don't have to worry about targeting. All right. It does depend on niche too, like on what you're selling. You got to take that into an account, and you can test. You can gauge that by. You can gauge that by engagement, okay? Put it this way. If you have the 4 variables, okay, dialed in, okay? Well, if your engagement sucks, that means that either your image sucks or your targeting sucks. If your targeting is great and your engagement is great, okay, but you're not getting any sales, that usually boils down to price at the end of the day. Because, like, you may see that if you just lower your price just a little bit, you start to see sales. It's not like you have to redo everything. You just have to lower your price and you may see sales. So it's all about finding that sweet point too and not eating into your margin. Okay. And you want to take your CPP, your cost per purchase, okay, that metric, you want to see it less than $4, okay, some, $5 to $4. Now, when you start off new campaigns, your CPP, when it starts to make sales, it's going to be through the roof. You're going to see $10, $13, $8. You may be like, oh, my God, I'm losing money. No. That means Facebook is optimizing. You'll notice that if you let it run and it's continually getting sales, you may be a little negative, but as time goes on, you'll start to turn a profit as it gets dialed in more and more and more. So you can't be afraid. Like if you get a sale on an ad, that's a winner to me. Okay, even if it's one sale. As long as your engagement looks good and you're getting sales in your ad under $15 to $20, then that's a winner to me. What you need to do is you just need to let it bake a little bit. See, a lot of people get impatient with the ad game. They want like results now. And when they don't get the results, like, oh, my ad's not working. Oh, my targeting sucks. Oh, my price is wrong. And you don't know what it is. So you got to be systematic. So, Patrick, did you follow some kind of systematic way to tell you what was winning and what wasn't winning?
Oh yeah, and that's I think the thing a lot of people miss is they run their ads and they just don't get any sales, so they think it's failing and they completely scrap it. But you can look at an ad and get 100 views off of it, but no purchases, or 100 views and no add to carts, or 5 or 6 add to carts but no checkouts, and they automatically scrap it and think they're losing. But they just have to tweak something and test it, and once they do that, they'll get some sales coming out.
Exactly. So it comes down to the old saying, don't give up. Just stop giving up. Like, we know this shit works. You just got to keep doing it, right?
Right.
All right, so could you share some ad tips that you may have learned along the way? Any kind of ad tips you want to say? I'll help with it, but let me know if there's any ad tips.
Comedy sells a lot of stuff.
Right.
It generates a lot of interest. It gets a lot of shares, and then people will most times click on an ad just to see how much you're charging for something. So if you can get someone interested in laughing at something and sharing it with their friends, then that's probably a good way to go to generate a lot of interest.
You know what? We did notice that too with some of our designs. The people that thought were really, really funny, those are those ones that really sold the most, honestly.
I mean, dude, Facebook is not there to buy shit. You end up buying things anyway, but like Facebook is there you see stories, chat with your friends and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing interruption marketing, you are trying to relate with the prospect. You are looking to not only relate, but also to make them laugh. I mean, why not? So, yeah, so if you have a sense of humor, 100%. Well, cool. Good stuff, Patrick. Appreciate it, dude. So I hope you guys are getting this stuff, okay? There will be a replay, but I want you to make sure that you guys are getting this type of stuff. All right, so what do you think your least favorite part of the econ process is?
Targeting. Also the best part, but it's also the worst part because you don't know when you're going to get a sale or what's going to work or anything until you run it, and you know you're spending money and you're probably going to lose it. So that's probably the worst part. But at the same time, once you find a good target and a good audience, you can easily make that money back 10, 20, 30 times what you spent. So as long as you have that in mind, you'll be all right.
It is about testing. I mean, not everything that you're going to launch is going to be a direct winner. It just doesn't work like that. You got to just keep on testing and just trying. And look, I'm going to get more into next session we do is going to be more into metrics, okay, and a lot of other stuff we look for, copy examples and stuff like that. I wanted to just give people the ability to just get a kickstart and get things freaking going, you know? And it's training inside of Slingly right now will allow you to do that, period. You know, I made sure of that. So, just like I asked John Patrick, I asked him, I said, you know, like, if you had to start from scratch, what would you do? If you had to start from scratch. Like, what would your advice be? What would you did differently?
I would have tested a lot more stuff. I basically found a couple of things that worked, and I ran with them, and I stopped testing. I just started running what worked, and I kind of let it go. But if I were to be testing this whole time, I would probably have a bunch more products and a bunch more ads running that were actually successful. So just because you find a winner, don't stop testing other things.
Well, it's very important because you'll find winners, and then you'll find things that win, you know, for other people that are not going to win for you. It's just like not everything is going to win for everybody. Okay, you remember you're advertising to random traffic, all right, at any time of the day on Facebook. So you're not going to always cross the same exact people that may have bought the shirt or whatever like that. Also, another thing that people get confused with is saturation. Okay, my whole thing, Patrick, on saturation is that if there could be two pizzerias right across the street from each other that have been open for years, there's just enough traffic to handle them. And that's kind of like Facebook, because the audiences that we have right now inside of Slingly, we've dropped them in when they won. However, those audiences could be huge by the time you actually use them. So it's constantly growing and growing and growing. That's the cool thing.
Oh yeah, and then if you see, a lot of times people think it's too late if they see an ad running on Facebook already. That's probably the perfect time to get in there because they already did the testing for you. Like if you see someone running an ad for something similar to what you're selling and they have hundreds of thousands of views and hundreds of likes and shares and comments and everything, you should probably start selling that product because they already did the testing for you. You know it sells. You just got to get the targeting down.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be hooking everybody up with stuff soon on that. I have my Shoplicate. We're actually redoing it right now, making it even better. And that's gonna have a lot of those features that you talked about, Patrick. I don't know if you had the earlier version, but we're in the process of redoing it right now. So it's gonna be pretty good. Make sure that you got it. All right.
Oh, sounds good.
All right. So, is there anything else you want to say to everybody who may be listening right now, and just wondering if this is the right thing for them? What would you say? What would you say?
Kind of a big thing, an Alex Becker thing is don't go broke trying to start a business. I know a lot of people are trying to start like taking out big loans and this and that just to test something or try to make something work. But in all reality, if it's the only thing you're doing, if you're able to, and you need money, extra side money, go get a side job or something. It's going to be harder, but in the long run, you're not going to go broke and lose everything. You at least have, it's basically gambling with the money that you had, but it's not gambling. So.
Yeah, well, of course, it's calculated, but at the same note, everybody got to take it in their own steps. Like, there's going to be people that are faster and get it a lot faster. And you can't, and that's what happens when people look in their news feeds and their groups and timelines and they see success screenshots and like that. It drives people at the same time. It rushes people to achieve that, and that's how you go broke. And I can tell you that from experience. Rushing success will only make you broke. So make sure that you strategize success so you never go broke.
Right. Yeah, and then people look at people like you and they say, "Oh, he's so successful, he's so lucky, and this and that." It's like it's not luck. It took 6-7 years for you to get to where you're at now.
This ain't luck at all, dude. I went broke mad times, bro. This is taking calculated strategy, calculated decisions, and fucking hoping it works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My risk appetite is huge. I have the big appetite for risk. I could take it. Okay, but I've been there times where I didn't know how I was gonna pay my rent. I've been at times where oh shit, I got $100 left in my bank. Okay, and all this other shit. It took me years and years to get to this point and sacrifice. Okay, there was times when I wanted to go out, but you know what? I didn't fucking say no. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay home and work. Okay, there's times that and I got forced into a situation. I told you after my head surgery and shit, I got forced to really. It was kind of a blessing because it forced me not to go back on the street shit, and it forced me to sit there and focus and freaking learn, bro. So all I gotta say to everybody in the crowd is you have to force yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, so that later in time, okay, you'll be able to do the things you want to do anytime you want to do it. If that makes sense. Without. All right, Patrick. Well, I'll let you go. I know you have your baby and stuff. Sounds adorable. Is it he, right? He sounds adorable. Cool.
Yeah.
No doubt, bro. Well, thank you again for being on. I'll look forward to many more conversations with you, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, Pat. All right. It's okay. No doubt. Jason says, nicely said. Okay, so listen, guys. Okay, some timelines, okay, so everybody knows. People that have Commercify, okay, are going to get the opportunity to get in Slingly as a free upgrade, okay? I never said that I was going to charge Commercify users at all. What we need to do is we need to do it in small batches because of migration from data coming from Commercify over into Slingly. Okay, that's one timeline that's expected. Two, we have WooCommerce on the way, ClickFunnels on the way, all right, and Gear Bubble integration almost complete. That's going to be coming into the system as the next 3 things. And look, we're not stopping. Someone asked, I couldn't answer the question because we were talking, but someone asked, what is the long-term vision of Slingly? Well, I'm making more deals. I'm getting us better margins. All right. Ship and Grow is going to get bigger. That catalog in there right now is only going to continue to grow. I worked out a deal between Ship and Grow and PrintX to work with each other on making that bigger. So that's just going to grow. Your course is going to be great. As long as you follow the strategies that we're teaching, you take this seriously, you have a real shot of success. But just like Patrick just said, don't make yourself broke. Like, don't make yourself broke at all. All right? You got to do things in a process, and you have to follow a system. So, look, if you don't got the boot camp, hit up support. I'm instructing my team to give you the boot camp. That's going to teach you a lot of stuff. You go through week 1, and you really, really go through week 1. That is homework. Go through the dirty fast results. That is homework. Spend that hour that you would have took building your site and build yourself custom audiences. Targeting, like I showed you tonight. That is your first set of homework. The next training we'll have me and Ross on, and we'll explain about scale strategies. We can even get more people on to come on board. We'll explain a little bit more about the dirty fast result strategy. We'll go into more copy and stuff like that. But right now, when you're using Slingly, you have the images. You have the Facebook ads. Don't try to deviate. Use those things. They do work. Learn targeting. That does work. All right? And just like Patrick just said, is it the most important thing is the targeting. And Patrick, I know if you're still on, what you could do is what I said before, dude. Start breaking your broad targets down into individual interests. Like just do one-on-ones. Find those fast and then scale from there with those as well. That's another way you can do it. You can do stuff. Yeah, Benjamin, Ship and Grow does ship out the USA. That's why it takes time to get the batches of products in, because we need to make sure that we can house this stuff. John Pastorizzo says, bro, it would be awesome if you could do some licensing stuff. Yes, that's actually on the workings. I'm actually talking to a guy right now about that, John.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing too, Ricky, before we decide to wrap this up. And I wanted to tell everybody, you know what? When I first came into the business, like I said, I was new at this. I didn't have the experience, but I took the time and I learned how to do A to Z. Set up a site, add products, what the images are supposed to look like, how to do the ad copy, how to set up the ads, how to do the targeting, and as you do it, it becomes less and less confusing. It seems overwhelming at first, I know, to a lot of the new people, but as you do it and you keep doing it, it just gets easier and easier.
It is true. Practice makes perfect, okay? You're not going to come in here and just, get things like, gun your store and make hundreds of thousands of dollars in like a week, okay? It's not going to happen. You got to get used to a process. So what I want to say is on, another call, we're going to talk about process as well. We're going to talk about a really systematic way for you to tackle execution. Okay, I do talk about that in the boot camp. Okay, I show a way, but I'm still going to redo it and re-show it to everybody, because once you understand that if you can break little core components down into simple processes, whether that be your targeting, whether that be, setting up your ads on your fan page, whether that be actually running the ads, whether that be making new designs or getting designs uploaded to your store. Okay, those are all mini processes that can be manned out by additional teams or by yourself if you allot the hours to do it. So you set up a day to upload your products. You set up 1 hour a night to do your targeting, create your saved audiences. You set up a day to run your ads, and then you watch it. You go through the boot camp, okay? Like, you're not missing time right now. Like, print on demand is not going anywhere. Like, you got to learn. Once you learn this, then it would be a lot more simpler for you to do and execute and not have to keep on learning. And just like John Pastorizzo said, he said, it's easy to get distracted with the next new strategy out there, like Instagram and what other traffic sources coming up and, influencer traffic, all this other stuff, right? It's easy to do that. Okay. Right now, I really need you guys to have horse blinders on and just focus on making this work for you, because then the rest will fall into place. All right. So, John, is there anything else you have to say?
No, I'm pretty. I don't really have a whole lot left to say. I just wanted to give some encouragement to the people that are new to e-commerce and just meeting us for the first time. Let them know that we're serious about this. We're serious about helping them, and we'll take it from there. If they need us, we're here.
What we're also going to do, so you guys know, is we're going to intermix these live sessions with also just question and answers as well. So it won't be more us teaching. It's going to be us answering questions for a good period of time. Okay. And then we can intermix them with like strategy as well. Okay. So that we can at least teach strategy on a pace and then get questions answered as well. Okay. That's what I see will break it down and make people, follow and understand, from my kind of experience of training a lot of people. Pablo says, does Slingly do QA on shirt print from our own designs? Oh, what happens, Pablo, as long as you upload, the right specifications and sizes, we can pretty much print everything. I mean, the guy has a 125 square foot facility out in St. Louis, and it's a big operation. They handle Walmart accounts. Okay, it's big. So don't worry about that. Just make sure you QA it on your end before you start to sell it. Okay, Tony said this is an awesome session, like the mixing interviews and training. As a newbie, should I be trying to design a shirt mock-up? This appears to be too much for me at the present. Look, you don't need to design a shirt mock-up. You could just use our products that we have already in the system. Just start there. That's what you should do. Just start there and go through the training. Yes, yes, we don't own any of your designs. You have copyrights to your design, as well as we don't own your store. We don't own your Shopify. So basically, if you want to sell that later in time, there's no involvement with Slingly at all.
All right. I wanted to answer Dan's question. I do briefly cover how to set up shipping in the Slingly training, but I suggest that you use the Better Shipping app, because it's very simple to set up and it saves you a lot of time and a lot of testing, because as soon as it's hooked up to your Shopify store and you put your rates in, it's just charging those rates. But we will. But if you do want to set it up manually and you email support, we will give you a hand.
I think this would be the best thing, John. I think next session, instead of going into strategy, what we do, more or less, is let's survey the group and get a bunch of questions in, and then come up with topics that we can talk about, because that'll keep it like a lot, more focused. But I just wanted to get real people on, who have the same kind of struggles, had some success, and want to really make it work. And I just wanted to get these people on to give you that, outlook and know that you're not alone. Like, what I'm saying? There's other people that are just like you in the same spot. And just like John said, I'm crazy before for shutting off all our ads. I don't care. We're going to start this together. So, John, what we're going to do is we'll come up with a poll on topics in the group, and we're also going to come up with a doc to fill out some questions, and then we'll take it from there. Does that sound good?
That sounds too good to me. Let's get a 1 in the chat box if you agree with us.
All right. Bunch of ones coming in. Awesome. Cool, guys. All right. Because we got to keep this super focused. If we don't keep this super focused, we're going to run right around people that are not keeping up. And I don't want to do that to people. All right. So, guys, if you can go and exceed all and say a nice, kind word about the training you got today, would be amazing. Always that good positive feedback sparks positivity in the group. And I do appreciate and value each and every one of you. Thank you. We're going to get on because me and John still got a ton of work to do tonight. But we just wanted to get on and make sure that you guys are taken care of and you're on the right pace, and give you exactly what you need to do right now to at least get going. Okay? Cool, guys. We got, Gregory, Joe, Joanna, Murat, Nancy, Mike, Matt, Francine, Mike C, no doubt, Mike. Pablo, Gabrielle. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And plus, I know this was a long session, but I think we really needed it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the replay up in Slingly members area, and we'll get it in Commercify members area too. So in case anybody at Commercify doesn't have Slingly yet, we'll get it over there, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys. So have a great day, great night wherever you're from. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll have the replay out, really, really soon. Okay. All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.